Test. Check, hey. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here on Beefs TV. My name is Adam Melrose. Shortly, I'll be joined by the coach, Ron Ferwarda. We've got your London Beefeaters coming out of the tunnel right now to their new entrance music. A little bit of Nas to bring them out onto the field. We got a great game today. The visiting St. Clair Saints against your 2-0 London Beefeaters. Again, great broadcast here on CJFL TV. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to be joined here by the coach, Ron Ferwarda. Ron, I was just bringing in the team, and I'm pumped, man. I don't know about you, but I am absolutely ready for some great London, St. Clair head-to-head action. Ron, what are you feeling, man?
You know, there's nothing like, in the province of Ontario, there's nothing like a London-Windsor rivalry. Could be two senior citizens playing crib. It could be the Knights and the Spitfires. It could be the Mustangs and the Lancers. In this particular case, we got the London Beefeaters versus the St. Clair Saints. This is the game in Ontario. This is the game of the week, probably in the country. You know, you've got arguably the top two teams in the province, the number 2 nationally ranked St. Clair Saints, and the number 5 ranked London Beefeaters. You know, 2 versus 5 this point of the season. Not only that, for back-to-back weeks, Adam.
Absolutely. And so this will be game 3 for the Beefs, right? Coming in 2-0. This is the second game for the Saints based on their schedule. They won 30-4 last week, so obviously nice little upset on the road for them again. So, you know, where are we at stacking up here? London, pretty talented, but what do we know about this St. Clair team so far?
Big, fast, athletic. They flow to the ball defensively like no other team you're going to see. They have a it factor guy at wide receiver. Look for number 84. I'm just going to say his stats. 6'4", 240 pounds. That is the size of a small outside linebacker in the NFL.
Absolutely. I'm guessing that's going to be, you said 84. That's our Kevin Larea.
Kevin Larea is the gentleman's name. And, like, he's just next level. He has that size and the strength to separate for the ball. He's the guy that you're going to get that one-on-one jump ball with. Again, at 6'4", 240, he's going to be a physical mismatch for just about anybody across the province, pretty much.
Absolutely. Well, let's talk about London coming into this game. A few, players to notice. Obviously, no surprise, L.J. Dyer in last week's game alone, 17 carries, 133 yards, just leading the yardage right there, followed by Klubine. But, man, we had RB1, RB2, RB3, RB4 in the last game. Rosello with a TD, 65 yards as well. Dennis, no stranger, just carrying the rock too. So a nice ground and pound, offense last week from our boys on the Beefs. And do we expect to see that again this week as well?
Yeah, this is the calling card of the London Beefeater team is they're a very, very patient team. They understand the field position. They understand the field conditions that they're going to be playing in as well. Welcome to Citywide, a.k.a. the wind tunnel, as we like to call it here. The wind, it's a beautiful day. And, of course, you get out here and the wind is about 10 kilometers an hour more than anywhere else. It's just,
ladies and gentlemen,
it's just exactly what you're hoping for, as we're just going to pause for a few seconds for Jen Annan to sing our beautiful national anthem.
Absolutely.
And the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Here we go, Ron. You know what? Nothing better than "Oh Canada" to just get you fired up when we're here on the ball field. I'm ready to rock and roll here, man. It's
Yeah.
electric at Citywide right now.
Yeah, you know, great crowd as always. This St. Clair fan base travels like no one else I've seen. Again, this is a pride game for both of these teams, and we also said that this is going to be the first of two back-to-back that we see for the Saints and the Beefeaters. It's going to be very, very interesting to see how these two teams play it, especially later on in the game. If it's close, you know, look, it's the Beefeaters are going to run the ball. They don't make any bones about it. We're going to run weak side power on you. We're going to run stretch. LJ Dyer's going to get about 15 to 20 touches in the game. They're going to run the ball 25 to 30 times in the game. George Dennis is going to take a shot here and there. But again, he is a difference maker at the quarterback position, running the ball. We saw Pinto last week running the ball. So again, the Beefeaters want to run the ball, and if they can get some push against a very big athletic defensive line, this could be a very, very interesting game. St. Clair to kick the ball.
Preston Knight on the kick here, and man, it's nice and quiet. Here we go, Ronnie. Clock's about to start rolling. It's game time here at Citywide Field. There's a kick is away to return it. We got number 3. That's going to be Mr. Dyer back there to return this one, Coach.
LJ Dyer over the 35-yard line, keeps churning on that. Straight ahead, really good return on kind of a knuckleball kick for the St. Clair Saints. And again, the wind is blowing. Probably it's coming out of the north to the south, so it is basically at the back of St. Clair right now. So the Beefeaters get the ball to start the game. You see, great job. That's what we always tell returners to do. Hit your seam, get upfield. You're not going to score going east-west.
100%. So we're going to start this 1st and 10 from about the 28. I'm assuming we're going to see a little bit of ground and pound here, Coach, but you know, Coach Matt Snyder, who's done a great thing with this program. He's really building it up, really getting it going online. And let's take us through this play here, Coach.
George Dennis in the pistol formation, 1 running back, 2 receivers to each side of the field, motion back in. Hand off to Dyer, hit by number 52 right away. Mike linebacker blitz, number 52 for the St. Clair Saints.
Wow, that's going to be Carl Faber, and he just comes untouched up the middle here, Coach. Just boom, gotcha. Right, actually comes from the side. Actually looks like a C-gap blitz, and wow, we're going to have to be looking out for him on this
pressure,
game, Coach.
pressure. This is what St. Clair wants to play. They're very big. They're very athletic. And again, they move their players all over the field. St. Clair loves to play that 3-5, that abbreviated 3-5, 4-3 type of look. But you can see right away here, all 12 players are within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely. I mean, why have somebody watching over top when you know it's going to be underneath? Or it's a run, and here's Jagger Horse taking this one all the way past center, getting himself a first down for the Beefs. Coach, take us through this one on the replay.
This is exactly what we were kind of thinking was going to happen. There's that slice action. They don't track well from side to side. That is St. Clair's thing. Now, when you have 10 guys within, or all 12 guys within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage, and you're not tracking, look what happens. Nobody follows them. Make the first man miss. The 10-yard gain turns into 25 really, really quick.
Absolutely.
As the Beefeaters get the ball beyond midfield.
Billy Patterson saving that one. But, yeah, huge run. Nice Jagger Horse, who we saw him on his horse a couple times last week as well, too. A little motion across the front. We're going to hand this one off to L.J. Dyer, who's going to just get shut down up the middle, Coach.
Yeah, again, it's going to be tough sledding. Look at how many St. Clair Saints players are like stacked inside. They're following that pullers. You're not going to be able to pull against the St. Clair defensive front very effectively. They're trying to bring number big 63 across. You can see him coming there, but there's just not a lot of room. No real gain, maybe a half a yard loss on first down there.
All right, 2 to the boundary, 3 to the field here, Coach. Second and just over 10 yards. We're going to actually pull this one. He's going to roll this one out, play action for us. Looking downfield. Looks like Dennis just going to keep this one, Coach. He's going to almost make that man miss, but he's going to get pulled down by number 27. That's Ryan Najim.
Yeah, really good open field tackle for him. And again, but here we see the replay here. We're looking for that underpass again. Picked up well. George this is one thing that really impressed me last week, is when he's rolling out, he delivers a really, really good ball. Ball's a little bit high on the snap. 2 players coming unblocked off the edge for the Saints. Beefeaters got to watch that. But again, George does a good job rolling out there. He's looking for his guy downfield. Not quite anywhere to go there, as we see the Beefeaters punting for the first time today.
Well, I know you remind us all the time, Coach, that out route's one of the hardest things to cover in the Canadian game.
Yeah.
And that was covered pretty dang well on that play.
Well, they're playing it. They're almost playing a man zone in there where they have someone coming in the flat, automatic. Okay, so they didn't have it coming to the first play. On that second time where we see that they dropped the corner down, or basically the 2, and he was down there right away. Yeah,
here we go. Wisnowski on the punt. Decent punt downfield. Not too high here, Coach. It's going to take 1 bounce. Looks like it's going to be returned by number 88, or 80, rather, who almost busted that one loose. Finally gets brought down by number 36, or 30 of the Beaks. That's number 80. That would be Ty Colquhoun.
Yeah, Ty does a really good job. You see the seam, get upfield. LJ Dyer, who's doing extra duty on special teams there, makes a stop on that. So the St. Clair Saints, in this vaunted St. Clair Saints passing game, they love to throw the ball. They also love to run the ball. Very, very balanced attack coming out here. The Saints were up 35-0 against Ottawa last week at half. So that just kind of tells you if they want to score, they're going to. 2-by-2, look here.
Offset, we're going to hand this one up right to the middle. Big man rumbling. That looks like number 34, Coach. That'll be our man, Dante McPhail, who is a London product, if I'm not mistaken.
Dante McPhail, another one of those, hey, I think we might have coached this guy along the way type of players. Dante's a really, really great kid. I was talking to his grandparents earlier today, and the family's down. Just a fantastic kid. Dante's a big back, downhill type of kid. That's just what you need to go along with these big receivers.
Yeah. Well, here's Dante again. Gets taken down, but he's going to get himself a couple of yards here, Coach. Probably 3 or 4.
Yeah, and again, this is just a good job. Look at the lead block by the fullback, absolutely wiping out the blitzing linebacker there. Oh, boy. That's laying the wood there a little bit there.
Absolutely. It's a big man to look after, so we're going to have to find an answer for that, Coach.
So what number is that fullback there, Adam?
The fullback looks like 30 folded, maybe 36. He's got a nice fold right at the belly.
We got to check that number out because that's a big boy there.
Okay, so pass downfield. He's got nobody there, but it looks like number 4, that's Javier Lewis, who actually coming into this game, 77 receiving yards last week, so I'm assuming he's going to be a favorite target.
Yeah, and again, another of those speed guys, and again, there's the big man, so they're using them more of a decoy on that particular play. 84 does a setup, and the safety came up, so you're trying to get that one-on-one. Well, the speed guy, you think you got a mismatch outside there. Unfortunately for the quarterback, a little bit long in there, maybe not quite judging the wind properly.
Yeah.
And it's going to be 3rd down and punt time for
Our
the
big
Saints.
dog, just for future reference, is Gerald Pappin. He's number 32, the fullback. And this one's going to go, and it's going to be fielded. Is this Jorst on the return?
82.
Oh, no. Yep. Jagger Horst, I'm sorry. Okay, so we're, wow.
This is with somebody screaming down your face. Guys, you want to be a football player or something? It's like, I'm just going to go flag punts. Yeah, flagging punts against that. You get the ball, you've got to give that 5-yard bubble in the Canadian game. But that 5-yard bubble disappears really, really quick.
Yeah, it's like, well, do you take the 5-yard penalty or do you just,
Yeah, but he does a good job. And again, one of the things that we talk about with punts is you got to catch that ball in the air. You got to catch the ball in the Every time the ball hits the ground on a kick or punt, it's going to be 15 yards difference. I promise.
So here we go. The Beefs back in action on about the 30-yard line, Coach.
Dennis back to pass, taking a shot downfield. Falls incomplete, intended for
Jagger.
yours to get.
Yeah.
Again. So again, really, they're trying to take away that extra man. If you can't complete passes downfield, you're not going to be able to run the ball with any efficiency. This is what the Beefeaters want to do: is run the ball. St. Clair knows it. Hey, I got news for you. Everybody in Ontario, everybody across the province knows what the Beefeaters want to do. It's not a secret, but you got to complete that. Again, you're talking about 12 guys within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage here.
Absolutely. 3 over to the field. Single man in the backfield again. Dennis will take the snap out of the gun. He's going to hand this one off and just get lit up.
Flags right away, though. You might have had St. Clair offside on this one.
So did he? He pulled that, if I remember correctly, if we're looking at the replay. Yeah, because he ends up getting taken out, right?
Yeah, I think you've got 52. He came across a little bit early, and that's exactly what the call was. So it's procedure or neutral zone infraction in the Canadian game. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty, and we're going to repeat second down here.
Right on. Yeah. So, we were talking earlier. Coach Schneid's, this is his second year as head coach here at the Beefs. A lot of good head coaches here for the Beefeaters, but I think he's been able to connect with the players as he does most teams where he's coaching really well. He's a big Instagram guy as is, but doing really good things social wise and keeping the kids engaged, and more on that afterwards. Here we go. Same sort of look here, Coach.
This is just a handoff to LJ Dyer over the right-hand side. Try to get a little bit of a stretch play. Rosiello was the ball carrier. Looks like we're going to have a third down and really, really short here.
Yeah. So did they pound it, or are we gonna see Wisnowski come out and punt this one?
Well,
Coach?
it depends on where the spot is. I thought they were pretty close to the first down here. As it was, they are saying it's going to be third down. Hey, we both know Coach Schneider. Well, it looks like you're bringing the punt team out, so that's interesting early in this game. I figured they would have brought the big boys out and tried to go after it there.
Yeah, well, I think when you're playing a powerhouse like St. Clair, it's one of those let's play it safe. I think Coach, right? Probably a good idea. I think.
Yeah, and this is smart, but again, the wind's at your back here a little bit here, so you got to see what the flip of the field's going to be.
Decent. This one will be fielded around the 45-yard line right away. Caught it in the air. Is going to get taken down right away as well. But number 29, that's going to be Jeff Klubine.
Klubine had himself a whale of a game last week, running the ball later on in that game. He's a little bit of a different back than you do with LJ Dyer. Not quite as big, not quite as physical at the point of attack, but does have that pop in his step.
Absolutely. So we're going to have Sinclair, 1st and 10 from their 50. And, they saw success running the ball in the last series. Not a whole lot in the air, but, they could pound it. So, are we going to see Mr. McPhail just carrying the rock here, Coach?
I think on first down, you're going to see a handoff here. Call it. Well.
Oh, wow, here we go.
Hey,
so,
look, Matt will say what's
6 is downfield. Wow, great catch from number 6. That's going to be Darius France or France.
So, you've got a one-on-one here. That's all you're trying to do. Receiver or the DB had great coverage to the very, very end there.
Yeah, he looks and slows himself down.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, just kind of like a little bit of hand check from both sides there.
Yeah. Can we get an arm up, Coach?
Yeah. I'm telling you, I don't think as an official I would have called that one either.
Yeah.
I think it was kind of both of them hand checking.
Absolutely. Well, that's it, right? The receiver did a good job of kind of head faking him, but the ball was there. So here we go from about the 20-yard line, Coach. Same look, 3 to the field, single man to the boundary. And Dante McPhail is just going to pound this one and get taken down by number 2.
That's Drew Lawrence on the tackle.
Yeah, who also had a great game last week,
Drew
too.
Lawrence did a great job returning the ball for that safety position. He is an absolute hammer coming from the safety position downhill. But again, St. Clair is really sealing the flow from those linebackers coming across. So you're getting Dante McPhail, who's a bigger back. He's a much bigger, much more physical back than what you're used to. what we saw as opposed to what we saw last week against Hamilton.
Yeah, well, and when you got the 1-2 punch here with when Papin, number 32, is just coming down on the lead block, like you're almost guaranteed a couple of yards on this. So that's going to be something to really deal with. Here it is again. Great block on his man. He's probably going to get a holding call, though.
Yeah,
he did have him by the shoulder pad there.
100%. This is a hold going to be on number 53 here for the Saints there. As you can kind of see it right there as he had big number 94.
Yeah,
Noah
well, so I
Williams.
thought it was 32. If you look to the side here, he's got him by the shoulder pad
No,
hard.
It's right inside here. As if we can get that replay one more time, producer Melrose, you can see right there.
Yeah,
it's number 53
Yeah.
had him and was trying to pull him down there. So that's a hold, 15-yard penalty, repeat second down, as we're going to see St. Clair. What do they do in the bigger yardage? You know, do you take your shot? Do you go after your big man who's basically like a tight end, like almost?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, we're second and 12, second and 13 here. So I think we see Dante McPhail pounding it.
No, you got a different back.
Oh, yeah,
in
new
now.
back. 18 stays in. We've got
Taking
we're
a
gonna
shot
send this one, taking a
downfield.
shot. Get up. Oh, wow.
There's the wind.
Intended receiver there, Javier Lewis, who should have had that, or Javier should have had this one. He's got his guy beat pretty good.
Yeah, you know, good, actually decent coverage downfield. There's the wind that we talked about at Citywide.
Yeah.
Coming kind of out of the northwest.
Caleb White's got all day to try and make a play on this, though. He kind of gives up when he spins again, loses a little bit of time, and probably could have got up and made a play on that, Coach, I think.
So
But,
St. Clair's lining up for
2020.
St. Clair's lining up for a field goal at approximately the 30-yard line. It looks like 29-yard line, well within the kicker's range here.
Absolutely. So that's going to be Preston Knight. I think we had some stats on him. We'll grab those after.
Number 1 is the holder. Snap is down. Kick is up. It is good by about 10 yards. So St. Clair with 6:55 left to go. Oh, it's wide. My apologies.
Yeah, so single. Yeah, I was going to say official 56 had his hand pointed to the side. I'm like, wait, we've seen some interesting field goal calls on this exact field before.
Yeah.
I was just like, okay, so wide for a single.
So the first points of the game is, like last week, a rouge.
Yep. I mean, it's Canadian game, Coach. Here we go.
You know, I can't say my favorite line to say in a broadcast. I'm sure I will at some point. It's coming, but not quite yet.
Right. So, I mean, here come the Beefs. Now, they tried to trick Sinclair a little bit, came out in the passing game right on the first play of the last one. So maybe we go back to the run game and go with what we know here, Coach. But
well, if you're again, if you've got 12 guys within that 10-yard box,
yeah,
you've got to be able to put something downfield at some point.
Here we are again, right? Maybe,
and we've got a 4-by-1 look now.
All right, so we drew him off.
Yeah.
All right, a couple free yards on this one, Coach.
5 yards free. So there's your freeze call, because the outside linebacker number 52, he is an automatic go on every play so far in this game. So it's quite interesting to see, you know, okay, how do you slow down that rush? Because the tackle, he's got no chance of getting out there. He's just lining up way too wide for him, and that's a quick guy. We saw him come up in the A gap or the B or the C gap earlier. He's coming right off the edge now pretty much in every time. And again, now you're formationing away from him. 4 receivers to the field, 1 to the boundary, 1 running back.
Absolutely. 87 going to cut across. Dennis is going to hand this one off to Dyer's, just going to get torched in the backfield.
High snap, unfortunately, for the Beefeaters. And I think that was what George Dennis was fighting with there. We're going to see a loss of a couple, probably about 3 yards there. Just again, St. Clair's they're bringing more than they have blockers right now.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
2nd and 8. I mean, obviously, I don't think Sinclair's even respecting really this, 4-by-1 look that they're giving him, because number 9, the DB, is just kind of hanging out about linebacker depth, because they're like, we know you're going to run it, right?
Yeah.
And if somebody does bust out, he's definitely got the legs to follow him in. So what are we going to get for a look now? 2 to the field, 3 to the boundary?
I kind of like 87 as the matchup here.
Yep. 87 is going to roll out on that out route. Ooh. And we get a bit of a late hit that all the coaches are looking for on that one, Coach.
Yeah, I want to see what this is for. So again, you're trying for that deep post. Yeah,
questionable. Is it questionable or extremely obvious that should have been a flag, Coach?
If you're the team in white, it would have been a ticky-tacky call.
Yeah.
If you're the team in blue, why didn't you throw that?
Yeah.
As an announcer right now, yeah,
We'll stay neutral. We're going to stay Switzerland on that one.
Yeah, I would play Switzerland. I kind of lean towards you don't throw that, but
Yeah.
But now you're setting a tone.
Well, and if
Okay,
you,
so-
games within the games, if you watch how high Coach Schneider has his hands on his hips, usually if it's almost to his elbows, his armpits, and that he's not happy, right? He's in his armpits right now.
Great coverage downfield.
Balloon on
I'm
the
going to give
return.
shout out to number 21
Brought
for the
down
Beefeaters.
pretty immediately at the
Absolutely
44-yard line for
downfield.
Saint.
Look at the coverage down here.
Oh, yeah.
Just really great. It's number 29. Our guy Klubine again.
Yep.
My apologies.
Yeah, I mean, running backs make it great special teams players, Coach. And let's for people who don't know, what are we telling these kids to do? They got to stay in their, when they're.
So what we call we say you got to maintain lane position as we see a flag from the far side of the field.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
right-
Snyder not happy.
Yeah. Okay. So the arms are up. The hands are up on the armpits
Yeah,
right
he's got
now.
chicken wings right
Yeah.
now. Right?
So and again, Coach Schneider, we both know quite well.
Oh, very well, yeah.
We've both coached with Coach Schneider on a London Junior Mustang team a couple of years ago, so we know what the body language means.
Yes.
If he's talking to you and the hands are behind the back, it's a really pleasant, light-hearted conversation. If the hands are on the hips, a little bit more serious. If the arms are crossed, man, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
As we see a couple players going, oh yeah,
100%. Yeah. I was gonna say we've got a few of his previous underlings for sure.
We'll
So
have the winning number for you after the third quarter.
So, one of the coaches got a bench call here, so we're going to move that up 15 yards. Unsportsmanlike conduct, objectionable conduct called against the Beefeaters bench, 15-yard penalty, and it's going to be a first down for the Saints. Saints will now scrimmage just short of midfield at the 54-yard line.
yeah,
As
I mean,
again, 5:41 left. You know what? No one's had that big explosive play yet, but
Yeah.
you kind of feel it's coming.
almost a couple of times for the Saints. I mean, they've got their man downfield, so here it goes. We're going to hand this one off to new running back. That's the back we saw
23,
earlier,
yeah.
2023. Jonathan Cartier, but man, he gets gobbled up nice by 35. Number 90, number 7 was in on it too. Wow.
Ben Regier, the middle linebacker for the Beefeaters, number 7,
Yeah.
is in there right away. Look at the flow right away. And again, that time the Beefeaters outmanned the Saints
Second and long.
at the point of attack, throwing down for a 2-yard loss. Second down and long. Again, kind of takes the running game out of it. But again, smaller, quicker back, maybe a screen or something like that. Kind
Absolutely.
of feels like that.
2 by 2. We're going to drop back. No, we're going to escape on this one. Coach, take this one to the boundary. He's going to keep it.
Nowhere to
22 is
go.
hot on his heels. But he's still going to probably get a first down here, Coach, or just be shorts. We're going to be
Burnett on the
third
carry.
in inches, or we're going to be a first down.
Yeah, Austin
Let's go to
Badger
bounds.
had him dead to rights there. And again, the quarterback,
At the
really
48,
good pressure right away
third
by
down.
Dahlberg. And again, right here,
Oh, wow.
just you got to break down and don't allow the outside lane to go. As does a good job of scrambling for probably those 10 yards back. As we see Sinclair, looks like they're going to go for it here on third down and about 2.5.
I mean, Muslim, you're rolling nice. If I had to guess, we're probably is our big back in?
No, yeah, they're under center. They're
Absolutely.
going.
Yeah, with McPhail. Oh yeah, they're pounding. I don't know.
I don't know if they got it.
Ref
though.
didn't move too much over here. I saw him move about a yard, but his 31 got
This-
it on the field.
Yeah,
That
first down.
Wow.
I tell you, it wasn't by much.
45, first down.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got the big boys just stacked up here on the replay. If we can pull that one more time.
Yeah, they're just
That's-
driving straight ahead, and again, it's not by much. Again, where it was, he got it by about probably the length of a football.
Yeah, and I'm here watching official 8. He moved about a yard. I'm like, nope, but White hat on the field, I guess, had it. So here we go. First and 10 from the 50. Check that, the 45, Coach.
So 2 by 2 with a fullback in there, balanced formation for the Saints. Pressure coming right away. Inside handoff to number 23. You're met in the backfield. Throwing down for a gain after about 2 or 3 there. Number 36, I believe, Jared Foreman on the tackle.
Absolutely, yeah. Jonathan Cartier, nice little run here. It's going to be about 2 or 3 yards here, Coach. So 2nd and about 7. And obviously they were probably looking for a bit more there. But, I mean, we just keep pounding the rock here. We can, Sinclair, anything you could do, Beefs, we can do better, mentality. Let's just keep pounding it, right? And they've got to come up with an answer for that big lead block.
Yeah, so, again, the big lead block's still in there, but a little bit different effect there. This is much more of a scat back, a little bit faster guy to the edge. Fakes the handoff, throws out here. Pass complete to number 7 there. That's going to be enough for a St. Clair first down on just kind of a lazy out route that St. Clair, number 7, does a really good job coming back for here.
Absolutely. So that's Zach Burmester, and does a good job. And then obviously number 25, Dylan Roberts hanging with him, but that's good tight coverage. We just got to be able to make a play.
But there's why I tell you that is one of the hardest routes to cover in the Canadian game is out to the wide side. When you're that third guy in there or that second guy, as we see St. Clair calling a timeout here.
Oh wow. So here's that replay again. I mean, good job from the safety coming down to help. So that's Lawrence, who again had himself a whale of a game last week. But so, what's the move here? Well, do you think did they see something? Did they just need to make a change in personnel here, Coach? What do you think?
I'll be honest with you. The last couple of plays, the quarterback was kind of talking to the bench a little bit about something. So I don't know if they had the right personnel or if they had, someone seeing something that someone isn't. But something was going on there for the Saints. So they called the timeout. So let's see what they're going to come out with here. So after the timeout, knowing St. Clair last year, this was kind of hey, we think we've got something. Let's dial it up. So look for some type of big play here for the Saints.
100%. So Gwinnett taking snaps right now. Last week's game goes 4 for 5 completions. Not a bad day on the passing game, but they obviously running the ball a heck of a lot too, where Soja was in for 11 passing plays total. So here's Gwinnett again taking a shot.
Told you. Every time the Saints call timeout, they love to come out with a shot play on something. It's kind of a pattern that we picked up with a little bit last year while we were doing the games. So, I wasn't surprised at the call at all. They had something dialed up.
Yeah, and it almost seems like right now they're trying to pick on number 24, Caleb White of the London Beefeaters as well, because all these shots have been to his man so far. Maybe coincidence, Coach, or maybe they've seen something on tape and they're trying to make the best of it.
Yeah, I think they're trying to get the wide side corner. They're going after that.
100% here, staying in. Gwinnett going to take another shot. He's got his guy. Nope.
Great coverage downfield there for the Beefeaters. Number 33 was all over the receiver downfield.
Yeah, Darius France, number 6 on his route. Yeah, he just gets a little love at the end of this route here too, Coach. I don't know if it catches it on the camera. Oh no, he falls down.
Yeah, no, he
I was like, how did we not get the PI on that?
But it was there was just nowhere to go. 33, the linebacker scraped out of that and does a really great job of coverage for the Beefeaters. And again, it's hard to maintain. It's hard to throw the incomplete pass at these levels consistently. So when you're looking at those second long, third longs, that's why the run game is so important in the Canadian game. Believe it or not. Everyone says, oh, let's just pass the ball all over the place. No, let's not.
Yeah. Well, Preston Knight coming here to make a 38-yard attempt.
No good.
And that's going to go wide left, and we got LJ Dyer. Dyer's going to get this one out, make a couple men miss, and probably get brought down around, it looks like the 15-ish here, Coach.
Yeah, but the 15-yard line again, just not a great kick immediately. And it was Drew Lawrence was actually on the return here.
Oh, check. Yeah, my bad. Yeah,
so, again, but you're going to move it out to the 20-yard line because that's where you're going to snap. On a missed field goal, you automatically all you have to do is get the ball to the half-yard line. You're going to get the ball to the 20.
Yeah, and strange wind on that one too, side wind, because we've got it to our back. We're standing right here about center field, ground level, and I mean maybe one of these broadcasts, Coach, will go up in the Skyjack with the camera guys.
No,
There's something about being 30
No.
feet in the air on a wavy platform. It's
No.
it's great. It's a great way to enjoy your day, Coach.
Old fat guys do not belong 30 feet in the air.
4-by-1 for the Beefs. We're gonna have we make a connection, but maybe for a loss here, Coach. I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna set something up here, and I'm not saying.
Passes complete
I'm
to
just
Horst.
saying you can throw this here. If you get a streaker coming down in here, like right about there,
Yeah.
your third man in who's supposed to be a blocker or something, if he goes to stalk and all of a sudden pops out, you tell me who is looking back.
Nobody.
That's a
Yeah.
score. And maybe it's because the wind is blowing in the Beefeaters' face right now that these guys are like within 10 yards. Maybe that's what the play is right here, as we're going to see.
Yeah.
Does that change in the next minute?
Well, 2nd and 12, a minute left here in the first quarter. Coming to you live from Citywide TV. This is Beefs TV. Dennis is going to stay in the puck. No, he's going to decide to just take this one his own. He's going to get up to the 35. He's got the 40, make a couple of men miss, gets taken down by about 3 at about the 39. Move the chains, Coach.
Yeah, this is a great call. Look at the pressure coming. And again, now you escape the
Picks up the
pressure.
first down
They're blitzing everybody.
out at the
And then they're
39-yard
trying to
line.
play a man across the board. Who's accounting for the quarterback? So we had that same situation last week where George Dennis got outside and went for a scamper. This is the type of thing that George Dennis does that's very, very effective for the Beefeaters that you didn't quite have last year. So, it's that escapability and the get up the field and run type of mentality that George has.
Snap is up. He's going to give this one to LJ Dyer. Does make a man miss. Pounds it
Look
up
out.
the middle. There we go. Past the 50. Gets to about the 53 here, Coach. First down, Beefs.
That is a big, impressive run
Down
here.
by Ryan
He's
McKee.
hit right in the backfield. One
First
broken
down,
tackle.
Beefeaters
So this is
at the
about a
52.
20-yard run after contact. So this will be the last play of the first quarter. Not sure what the whistles. You got one more down.
Oh, we got to
guys.
get down here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. On the far.
So if we can get that replay one more time here,
Thank our sponsors,
producer
Step
Wonderbread.
Blue Force Realty
You
for
see the
sponsoring
pullers
your
coming
team.
across. They're just trying to muddle that line of scrimmage. But again,
Function
after
Sports
you make the
Injury
first guy miss,
Fixes, Country Cup,
who's got
Seven Market.
who's got it?
Under Armour, London
You got
Source
a
for
great
Sports,
penetration, and
Luna,
again, at
McCabe
contact at the
Promotions,
50,
Silco
he's
Electric,
going to end up at the
Nicholas
52-yard
Cruz.
line.
Well, and you get your Mike backer 31 who just eats. He bites on something to the right side, which
Yeah.
leaves that middle wide open.
Express and
So
Bold,
obviously he had a coverage that he needed to pick up. It looks like third man here, and yeah,
So
Dyer.
here's a thought. Okay,
especially like to say
that's
thanks,
two
Todd,
consecutive
everyone
runs that they've had in the middle,
Addison,
so to
the
speak.
iPad of Steel, and
So
I-
you've seen George Dennis step up and go on that inside carry, and that time LJ Dyer, who should have broken it outside, went up inside.
Absolutely. Here we go. Same look again. 2 to the boundary, 3 up to the field. We got Dyer in the backfield. Dennis going to keep it for himself. Head off to the right side. Bust through a couple guys. And, wow, probably get himself about 8 yards here, Coach.
Yeah, but they've got something
Picks up
going now a little bit, and see how they're all
32.
biting. They're all biting on that first fake. So this is what it is. And now as you're collapsing down,
That's the end
and
of
look what
the
happens
first
with
quarter.
George Dennis. Nobody's accounting
Pitchers
for the
duel,
quarterback in the
1-0
run game.
after
That
one.
has to
Turn it
change
around.
if you're St. Clair. I'm telling
Back in
you,
the second
they're
quarter.
gonna
Don't
keep
forget to hit
doing
up
this
the,
type of
the merch
thing
booth for all
until
tickets, your
until
merch
St.
suites,
Clair
but
proves that they can
also
stop
some
it.
get tickets,
So
and you can also enjoy that
I'm not
beer back
saying-
in your seat.
I'm just saying, really good first half,
Really
really
seeing
good
line
first
of
quarter,
scrimmage,
1-0 for
longer.
the Saints lead.
Yeah, I mean, where'd you think we'd be score-wise at this moment, Coach, when you're headed in here today?
I thought it was a 7-0 game at this point for me. Is kind of what I was envisioning coming into this game. I'm not going to say a score that I predicted. I kind of said it to producer Stephanie, who is by far the most talented person
There
in
you
this broadcast, who's smart enough just to be sitting down there and allowing us to do our thing.
There we go. 3 to the boundary, 2 to the field. We're going to hand this one up to LJ Dyer, but he is going to get gobbled up for a loss of about 1.5 yards here, Coach.
They're not respecting the pass at all at this point.
No.
So they are absolutely just loading up, saying, we
Third and four.
just think that you're just going to run the ball. That's all you want to do. That's all you've got in your bag of tricks. We're just going to send 8 to 9 every play.
Yeah,
And-
well,
and it's
and we're getting
sooner or later you're going to get burned by that.
If we get the replay one more time, too, this is what I like to call lazy legs on the receivers. These guys immediately look like they're not on running routes, right? So for the DBs, they know they can just disregard those receivers and go help.
Number 10 here, Tavis Gale goes upfield and actually starts digging for a block. A couple guys inside, maybe not so much.
Here we go. Wisnowski to punt. That's got a little bit of legs behind it. It's going to bounce one time, get fielded by number 14. Tristan Rutherford is going to get this one, too.
84 with the tackle. Really good job of coverage downfield. He's not giving up the outside containment. Again, a little bit lazy on, got to get down there a little bit faster. 84, but he understands that he's the end man.
Yeah.
So, hey, kids, if you want to be a coverage guy, always maintain outside leverage on that coverage. If you are the last man on the line there, you got to keep your shoulder outside his at all times, and then you collapse it down to make the tackle.
Absolutely. That's Alex Stewart. I mean, look at all the preseason ball we're watching right now, too. All these guys are earning spots. How do you earn your spot usually? Special teams. So get that right here at the junior level. So when you are playing at the next level.
New quarterback, number 2.
Number 2, that's going to be Maurice Soja, who, again, we've got a few stats on him that we'll talk about after this play. He's got his man at number 4 downfield. That's going to be enough to move the sticks. Number 4 is Javier Lewis. And, we're talking about number 2 is Maurice Soja, 6 for 11 attempts last week, coach, for, completion of about 106 yards passing. So not bad. He definitely had he was the man on passing last week, or maybe he started the game.
I think he might have started the game last week. So, again, different look, different mentality coming out. And, again, rotating different guys in different spots. Interesting to see. 3 to the field, 2 to the boundary. Rolling out to the left this time. Athletic player. Nowhere to go this time. Boy, oh boy. He's a dangerous runner. That is an athletic quarterback. Now, I believe he is one of the 2 internationals that you're allowed to have.
Oh, cool. Absolutely. And Dylan Roberts making a nice little tackle here. So, yeah, you could see a couple of nice little speed cuts he was making. There was like, oh, okay, this guy can move. I'm surprised he didn't just put his foot in the ground and go forward, but maybe trying to make it through the rest of the game here, coach.
Well,
his shoulder out.
like, again, quarterbacks tend to not want to get hit. They want to, I'm not going to say that they're divas, but
there you go.
They're divas.
Sometimes they could be fitsies, right?
Sometimes they can be cats, too.
Exactly. Here we go. 3 to the field, 2 to the boundary.
Inside
Soja
draw.
just going to keep this one. Oh, makes a man miss. Finally gets brought down by number 21 of the Beefs. That's going to be Matt Smith on the tackle.
Okay, the Beefeaters are saying that they got the ball. I think he was down.
Well, what do we got in the replay
no.
here?
He's clearly down, and then the Beefeaters take the ball away from him.
Okay.
While he was down.
So
everyone relax. That was the right call. He was clearly down by contact. First down for the Saints.
I mean, but every once in a while, if you're a good enough actor, you can make him double think it here, coach.
Well, yeah, it was great acting, but he was clearly. I'm old, people. I do qualify for the seniors discount at Shop and Drug Mart.
We got to do more shopping together, coach.
We do, buddy. Because I get the point. Oh,
yeah, sure. I'll load you up. I'll take the 10% discount. You get your optimum points, and life
20.
is good. 3-by-2. Soja's still at the helm. He's going to hand this one off to number 25, who's going to bang and get himself a couple of yards here. It's going to bring up about a 2nd and 6 here, coach.
A little bit of pushing and shoving after the carry there. And again, 25 at the very end there. There's a little bit of that London-Windsor rivalry come to fruition. You can just see the tail end of it there. And see, this is what that, where you said, do you make that ticky-tacky call earlier?
Yeah.
That's what that sets up, okay?
Yeah.
So sooner or later, someone's going to do something. You say, well, you didn't call that. You didn't call that. Not saying, just saying.
3 to the field, 2 to the boundary. Soja with the single man who's going to motion
swing.
outside. Maybe the swing. No, he's going to stay in the block, coach. Soja's got a man downfield.
Oh, my!
Oh, no. Gets those one smacked. It's up in the air. Gets fielded by number 84. Grabs the ball, and he's going for us. A big man running down the field here, coach, who might get all the way. No, he's going to be brought down at about the 15. Wow. 84. Kevin Larea.
That's a big
Put that
boy.
on the tape.
But I'm telling you right now, this is a huge hit by number, I think it was 94 or it might have been 34 for the Beefeaters. If we could just get the start of that replay, producer Melrose, one more time here. Just one more time with the replay
Yeah, here it comes.
So we can see he's coming. Look at him right there.
Boom.
That's 34. Absolutely trucks him. And as a quarterback, you do not want to take too many of those hits.
Yeah, Raheem McLean for the Beefs laying the wood on that hit, but obviously, number 84. Put that on your highlight tape, Mr. Alex Stewart. Or no, check that. That's the Beefs. Kevin Larea. Wow.
So again, smart heads up, understanding. Ball's in the end. Now, okay, so we can get that replay one more time. One more time.
Here it is.
Okay, 64. Okay, this is, look. That's 53 there. It doesn't let you in downfield.
Yeah.
Okay, so technically, yeah, great play. Yeah, we should have had an ineligible receiver downfield. Should have been a 10-yard penalty the other way against the Saints. As number 2 does stay in for the quarterback here.
So just got a man in the end zone. That's number 7. Oh,
great coverage downfield there. Wow.
Zach Burmester is the intended receiver, but good coverage, just gets up, makes a play. Who is this? This is 24? 27 or 24 for the Beefs. Got to be careful standing over your man and flexing, but that might be Caleb White.
I think it's Caleb White with the coverage on that.
Yeah, 24.
And again, he's allowing his guy to go up and get it, but then he's attacking the hands. So if your receiver is look, if he's taller than you, there's a couple things you can do. You can allow him to get the ball, and the second there's contact with your hands with the ball, you go after the arms. You hit the arms. You try to separate the arms. If he's got it, if he's got you beat, you got to take a part of the body away to not allow him to complete that reception.
100% here, Coach Soja still at the helm. Single man in the backfield, 3-by-2. He's going to have a look at that same corner route. Going to give it to 84. Can we let him finish it? No. Lawrence had him tied up, but he gets away. We get 21, and the big man who comes and shut this down, that's number 94 for London, Nkosi Stewart, who finishes off this tackle. But, wow.
Drew Lawrence absolutely hits him, but just can't quite squeeze him. That's a big man coming downfield. Is that 94, Noah Williams?
Yeah, no, Nkosi Stewart.
Oh, Stewart.
Wow. And we got a man down.
So that was just great downfield hustle. Lawrence, I think this, unfortunately, might be Lawrence. He's a little banged up after taking that hit. You can see it right there. You never want to see a player.
Yeah, no, it's a Sinclair player. It might be 84.
Yeah, Lawrence is coming off the field, though.
Yeah, Kevin Larea.
So, again, just a little bit of
I'm thinking,
shove at the end there,
do we have – oh, no, we don't know. I was going to say, do we have weight on Mr. Nkosi Stewart? Because
that's 84.
I'm going to say –
240 pounds.
Yeah, well, plus 94 on top of 84, right? Because 84, you're right, yeah. Number 84's tipping the Toledo's at 240 pounds. And then we got 94, who's easily 350 pounds. So about 500 pounds landing on you here, Coach. How are you going to feel after that one, right? Yeah, you're right. I know how to math real good, right?
You guys think I'm just here for the looks and the voice. I'm here for the math skills.
Exactly. All right, so we're all set. We got the training staff off the field here, Coach. 9:22 in the second quarter. It's a 1-0 game with St. Clair Saints knocking on the door here, Coach. Soja.
Second and goal.
He's got Lewis in the backfield. Lewis is going to stay in the block. Soja's going to look to the right. He's going to roll it out. Not before getting brought down by number 22.
Horse collar.
Before we're going to get a horse collar.
This is unfortunate because it's a great tackle by number 21. But this is the definition of the horse collar. Okay? You cannot change the direction of a player.
But do we change direction here, Coach? I think he falls forward with him.
No. See how it is? You can't pull down, straight down. Your hands are within the cylinder.
Yeah, but he falls forward.
No, but he's still, but his momentum's going out.
I'm going to die on this hill as a defensive coordinator, Coach.
I know you are, and I'm going to be the one stabbing you to death on this. This is the definition of the horse collar because his momentum was going out, and then all of a sudden his momentum went straight down with the hands inside the cylinder. The cylinder is inside the neckline or inside the shoulder.
So here comes that big jumbo package. I'm with you, Coach. I just got to die on that hill. So we're going to go under center. Soja's going to take it. He's just going to muscle this
Number
through.
4.
No,
He
ball's
fumbled.
out. Ball's out, but we're going to get tackled by Roberts right away. And number
Wow.
91, Noah Williams in on the tackle as well. Wow.
No, this is a heads-up
Ball hits
play
the
by number
ground,
23 here. They're going
By
for it right
Garvey,
away.
brought
Not one the
down
ball carrier. And
for
again,
Noah
just
Williams.
Noah Williams and company. Heads-up play
Flag on the
on
play.
both sides. 23, great job picking up the ball. Noah Williams recognizing it. And again, 25, who's
Yeah,
number
Dylan
20?
Roberts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great job. Recognition, understanding what's going on in here.
Okay, second and goal for St. Clair. Now they're probably that backed up. They were probably on the 1.
They were
so
on
they
the
lost
one,
a
so
couple
now,
here.
Yeah, it's loss of a couple.
And
Don't know
is the flag for
procedure
Procedure
against
is the
St.
call.
Clair.
Okay.
Do you play defensive coordinator? Do you accept that or do you take the down?
Back it up 5.
I'd rather take the down.
I wouldn't see you're going to
Go
get the
first
ball at the
down.
3 there.
We'll go to
Yeah.
Okay. And you get the down. But what's the difference between the 5 and the 3? A lot.
Yeah, true enough, right? Especially if they're going to pound up the middle like that. You got lucky on that last play.
So
Yeah, I like losing it down on that.
this is I'd be more inclined to lose it down as well. It's blowing in. I'm telling you, Windsor's going to be close to a time count here. If you don't get this off,
Yeah, which
Mr.
is why
Referee
everybody's
is
calling
looking.
in for the to blow it in. And that
Look at the clock.
Soja again.
He's got your 20 seconds.
he's got
gone.
McPhail.
There you go. Time count violation against Sinclair. Saw that coming a
count
mile
violation.
away.
yeah,
So now that is why you
Against
take
the
that
state.
5-yard penalty.
true.
Okay? That is why you reset it, because now you had to change your personnel and everything. You don't have time to do that when you're on the opponent's goal line, and it's the other end of the field from your bench. If you're on the other side of the
First and goal
field,
from the
yeah,
11.
you've got time for that. You got to go all the way. So now it's first and goal from the 11-yard line. So now, St. Clair, what do you got?
Well, I think you see Soja look to put this one into the air. He's going to be looking for number 7 on that corner route. If I'm guessing here, Coach.
Not
Oh,
saying.
he's going to
just
look to the
saying.
right. No, he's going the other corner.
Touchdown.
Touchdown.
St. Clair.
That's
number 6.
Darius France.
So this is just a really good pattern here. Outside fade, just high points it. And again, unfortunately, Drew Lawrence also coming over the top there, recognizing it right away. He's on his horse, can't quite get there in time. Touchdown Saints, and that's the first major of the game with 8:24 left to go in the half. 33 is in for the extra point. He's had some kicking woes early in this game, Adam.
Yeah, so that's Preston Knight, who I'm hoping, should be able to just chip shot this one. It's going to make it an 8-0 ball game, Coach.
But it's a one-score
Kick
game
is good.
after St.
8:16
Clair.
left in the
They've
half.
kind of had a couple long drives in there. And
11 Saints.
this is the point last week where you and I kind of looked at each other. Look at the time, okay? This is the point last week where the Beefeaters kind of went, we're going to flip the switch here. We're going to flip the script.
Yep.
So that's kind of I want to see how the Beefeaters answer this drive here. First time this season that they're down. So now they pitched the shutout in Ottawa. Last week it was a really tight game at half and then blew it open in the third quarter for the Beefs. So now let's see the Beefs respond. What do they got in the tank?
Absolutely. And I think it was, we got a nice shot of adrenaline in the arm last week for the Beefs, and I think that's what we're going to get right here. We've got Lawrence and Dyer back to return this ball. And we got Preston Knight, who just had himself a nice little chip shot, who's going to put this one deep downfield, I'm assuming here, Coach. And then I think we see Beefs go right back to that heavy run game. And ball's away. And this is going right to, check that. That's not Lawrence. That's 30. No, that's Jorst. Jagger Horst, I'm sorry.
Jagger Horst with the return all the way down to about the 30-yard line. Good return.
Brought down
Again, just
by
get the
Keaton
ball
Ayers.
upfield, maintain
First down
possession,
Beefeaters at the 30.
doesn't hit the ground. You want to get probably about 5 more yards, but really good coverage downfield by the Saints there. First down for the Beefeaters. And again, Does St. Clair start backing off their secondary now with the wind at the Beefeaters' back? And that's exactly what we're seeing in here.
Yeah, we're going to see that. And if you're just joining us, thanks again. You got the London Football TV crew bringing you Beefs TV live on cgfl.com. And we're going to give this one, was it to Dyer?
Yeah. No, Klubine, 29.
Yep.
Klubine on the carry.
Klubine checking into
Picks
the
up a
game here,
couple.
Coach. Gets a few. It's going to be about second and
We'll call it
8,
second and
7.
second and 8, we'll call it.
Yeah.
So gain of a couple there. Really good job. Good blocking at the point of attack. So we have 7:40 left to clouds are starting to move in the north here, Coach. And this is one of the things that we when we talked is like, is the weather going to play a factor today? Telling you, kids, it might.
You never know down here at Citywide. So we still got Dennis sending a man in motion as Jagger Horst coming across the look. He's going to roll out to the left, looking downfield, gets this one away. Intended receiver was Jagger. Dennis also gets a nice little late hit, I believe,
yeah,
here,
this
Coach.
is 22 all day, roughing the passer. He's coming on that blitz, or 44 untouched. Right there.
Ooh, yeah.
The ball is clearly away. So it's a 15-yard penalty. It's going to be an automatic first down for the Beefeaters. You can't, if that ball's released, you cannot take more than one step to make contact with the quarterback.
Yeah,
Can't do it.
That was one of those, what am I going to do this play? And that kid said, I'm just going to hit the quarterback. And he was successful in what he wanted to do, but that's a free first down for London. So
after you basically, now you're giving them the Beefeaters life. So this is what
Nice
happened last time. Okay, so not saying, just saying. Yes, that is probably one of my favorite sayings.
Yeah, just saying, 3 to the field, 2 to the boundary here, Coach. We've got different back in here, Klubine. Dennis is going to give this one to Klubine, who's going to pop over to the left. No, Dennis is going to keep this one and get rocked to the ground. We got a little extracurriculars on the far side here, Coach.
Yeah. So there's
Brought down after a gain of a couple.
we're starting to see that London Windsor
Parker.
happening there. We don't know if you catch quite the end
The
of
mouth
it there.
guard throw,
The
yeah,
mouth
that
guard
was
throw.
classy.
That was very nicely done. Right out here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
number
got the
3
mouth
real
guard.
happy about it too. That's Billy Patterson Jr.
You can't do that, but they're they're
He had words with
these
the
are
white
20
hat ref about it.
they're
and
20-year-old kids.
yeah,
They're
exactly.
going to make stupid decisions.
5:57 left in here. Dennis at the helm. He's got Klubine 3 to his left, 2 to his right, looking downfield. And intended receiver was Mr. Horst.
This is offside or
Flag on the
encroachment or whatever. It's against St. Clair. They lined up 5 yards off. This is going to be 20 yards in penalties. This drive to extend the Beefeaters' play.
Yeah, mental reps here, guys. And what's unfortunate is, sometimes you can score here, Coach, and you've seen it, I've seen it.
Yeah.
And you only got 1 point on the board here, guys. You're not winning by 30, and you just gotta just bring them off to the side. Maybe a little timeout, guys. Bring it down, calm down. We gotta play our game right now because
and again,
it gets slippery.
It was right off the start. I think it was number 13. He just lined up offside, and he hand in the dirt. He was coming, but it's like, okay, well, you're offside. You got to give that yard.
And
Timeout, Sinclair.
no, I think we just need to move the ball, Coach. I don't think it was lined up correctly.
Okay,
So 2nd and 5.
4, because they got a gain of 1 on the first down. Should be 4 here.
And we're yelling at somebody to back up.
He's lined up offside again. 13 lined up offside again.
Here we go. Klubine going to bring this one to the
Look
right.
out.
27 in trail.
Klubine busted off the right-hand side. This is designed to go inside. There's your freeze call. Look at 13's lined up offside again.
Yep.
But because he's carrying upfield, look at the lane. You've got to maintain integrity on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, I mean, and really the Saints could have had, I mean, if we're going to call the horse collar over here, let's watch the hands right here on the tackle too, right?
I saw that as well.
Yeah, surprised this didn't get called.
But it slid off though.
Yeah,
the
true
hand
enough,
slid
yeah.
off, and he That was the difference. There's the difference between getting the horse collar and not getting it.
Yeah.
So interesting, 32, who's usually playing a fullback position, is lined up at slot here.
Dennis got a man downfield. Ooh.
Throw it.
No. Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Wow. Let's look at this in the replay here, Coach. I don't know a lot about a lot,
Tripped
but
over the line.
Well,
I think, dude, did we get
did the wind
turf
hit the,
monster? Like, is it what exactly? What? I don't know.
it might have
there's
been
two hands to the
uncatchable.
player.
That's the only thing that I.
Well,
I
ref
think
was
he could've-
signaling uncatch.
uncatchable ball. So again, it's the wind.
Yeah.
And this is one of the things that we've talked about. George Dennis, he has a very different throwing motion. He's not your traditional over the shoulder, over the top type of thrower. He's much more of a sidearm, like push the quarterback out ball, like almost like Phillip Rivers used to do.
True enough. That's actually a really good point. Yeah. 3 to the field, to the boundary. He's going to give this one to Klubine.
Draw
Klubine's
play.
going to pound up the middle. Oh, wow. Makes a couple guys miss. Finally brought down. Nice big hit from 22. And that's going to be
Right up the gut.
McPherson. Samuel McPherson on the tackle, and Klubine get himself a nice,
Big gain.
healthy
Gain
yard.
of about 7 on the play, third down. So the Beefeaters are going to elect, I believe, to punt the ball here.
Is that what you're calling here, Coach?
Yeah,
Are you going to punt this, or do you
No,
go? I mean,
he's got the tee in his hand.
could Wisnowski? Okay, so I was going to say Wisnowski could hit this.
So, boy, oh boy, this is a 41-yard field goal. Now the wind is at your back.
Yep.
And if he hits this, I get to say actually my favorite line on a broadcast.
Well, I mean, Wisnowski's 1 for 2 attempts in the 40 to 49-yard field goal attempts. Short is going to be fielded by number 80 or 20. 80, who's going to finally go down, and that is Ty Colquhoun.
So good return, takes it beyond the 30-yard line.
Brings it out to the 20.
What I was going to say, though, I wouldn't have been surprised if it was more of a direct snap, maybe just a pooch punt to the sidelines or something.
Right.
And try to get like 30 yards of field position and get that over there. So that's kind of what I was thinking, kind of, sort of, as we do see a flag down on the far side of the field.
Did we miss that? Was that during the play on the replay?
I'm not really sure.
Or did they just pick it up?
No, I think it was dropped incidentally, or it might have been just for the spot.
Dropped his pocket here, Coach. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 for the Saints. Soja still taking the snaps. He's having a look downfield. Nope, might just cut this one back up the middle. Now he's going to run this one, Coach. Oh, makes a man miss. He's hustling here, Coach. Now 25 trying to make the tackle. We finally get brought down after a gain of, about 40 yards here, Coach,
yeah,
all the way to
about. So there's a couple things that possibly. So there's a big block on number 36 there. That was clean. So the difference between that and what they called last week was he was going away from his own end zone. So that is the pedestrian block, so to speak. So that was not the one. But look at that block downfield. And we tell receivers and everyone else the difference between a 5-yard run and the 40-yard run is you're blocking downfield. St. Clair did a great job of blocking downfield on that.
Absolutely. So here we go. We got a 4 to the field here, Coach. Single man to the boundary. We're going to motion to them empty.
Swing.
We're going to hit number 10, who's going to get this one, get himself a couple yards. Makes 36 miss, and then 3 Beefeaters coming in, and a flag on the far side. I think we had a little bit of yapping going on between 68.
This is going to go against 68. So I don't know if it's going to be before or after the whistle, but it's definitely unnecessary roughness against number 68 here. He gave him a shot at the end here. You can kind of see they're both kind of dancing a little bit.
Oh,
right
he
there
picks
at
his
the end.
legs. Wow.
Yep. So that is the 15. That's going to be the unsportsmanlike conduct call. You can't get 3 of those in the game because if you do, not only you're out of this game, you're out of next week's game as well.
Yeah.
So that is the big right tackle, number 68 for the Saints.
Yep. And that was Enzi Yute on, catching that little swing pass, which was decent. Got himself a couple yards, but that's all for naught. As 68 was having words with his boy. And I haven't seen that one, Coach. On the way up, it's like, oh, here, let me just pull your leg.
In one of those, I'm not I'm not surprised it happened, but I was kind of surprised it happened.
Yeah.
So that look, it's a 15-yard penalty against the Saints. It's the objectionable conduct, unnecessary roughness.
Unnecessary roughness is the call against
So,
the Saints.
15-yard penalty. It's just second down.
Second
So
up
that was
15
the
to the
discussion.
end of the play.
So that's the important one because it's the
Second down.
15-yard penalty from the spot of where the ball ended up.
Mm.
And now you move it back. So they got the 5 yards, but now you can see it's 2nd and 20. So you lose the down. This is how costly those extracurricular penalties can be there. It's a 15-yard penalty. You get 3 of those, you lose your player and the next week, but again you lose the down.
Soldier gets a guy to jump,
got him.
and they're not going to give him the free
No,
play.
because he was
All kinds of jiggery pokery
clear to the
there on
quarter,
line.
unobjected to the quarterback.
Yep.
So they blow it dead right away. Again, you don't
Chicken,
want to see
egg.
the hit.
Anyone?
Oh, you could have had. I think that you might have on both sides. Wow, great job,
receiver on the
producers.
top side?
Yep.
Yeah.
See, he's gone. So
So
why did So they
we get a
both
flag
threw
top
it.
side.
So it's a 5-yard offsetting penalty. Receiver on the far side of the
Offside is the
field,
call against the
left
Saints.
downfield. So they're not calling it on the Beefeaters because
wow,
because the St. Clair
they got it
player
first?
crossed the line of
Okay.
scrimmage.
Yeah,
See, as a defensive player, you are allowed to get back.
true.
So the hard count cost both of them
2nd and Arva.
20 yards and penalties. 2nd
Wow.
and 25 here, which has turned. This was a very crisp moving game. It really seems to be, I'm going to call it the Elmer effect, mudding it at this point in the game.
2:17. We've got 4 to the field, single man to the boundary. So just going to
Quarterback
keep it for
draw.
himself. Heading off to the left side of the field here. Ooh, maybe a big hold there, but finally brought down at the 40. And here's 2 more flags.
So now, are you going to get piling on because
Because
you have multiple flags?
Flag on the play.
What's the piling on, though?
I'm not sure.
No, that's
Or
a.
was it something else?
So we got one from both refs on
Pepper
this
gets an
side.
assist.
Blocking the. I don't know. I don't see it.
I'm not sure.
What are we going to get from the white hat here?
15-yard penalty,
Face mask is a call
unnecessary
against the
rough.
Beefeaters.
I don't see the face mask.
Was it down there?
First down Saints at the 25.
See it one more
We just
time
see it
here.
one more time here on the
Yeah.
replay here.
Oh, there. He grabbed. 33 grabbed it back there.
Okay. So,
All right,
well, see, that you got to maintain composure. 20-year-olds in footballs. God bless them, but they're
Yeah.
stupid. You got to play within your emotions. You
Yeah.
got to play within your emotions.
Here we go.
Back to
Soja
pass,
having
taking
a
a
look
shot downfield.
Is it France again? He's got this. Number
Touchdown,
7. Touchdown Saints. Zach Burmaster.
Complete
Good
to
job.
Burmaster.
So, again, just that one-on-one, just
Flag on the
out
play.
physical at the point of attack. Flag on the far side of the field, though. So before we celebrate too much, let's see what the flag is all about.
We got
Objectionable conduct.
objectional.
Is the call against
Saints.
the Saints.
So is it after the play, though? That's the $64,000 question. So if it's after the play, the touchdowns count, and we're going to move it back 15 yards on the kick. Touchdown is good. So after the play, objectionable conduct, somebody wish somebody
Penalty be assessed on the
good
kickoff.
Merry Christmas or Tide wishes or whatever.
Told him to shut the front door, coach.
Yep.
Yep.
It's that too. But regardless, 14 for the Saints, no score for the Beefs, pending the extra point. You're now into a two-score game at this point. Snap is down, the kick is away, and it is good.
That one's good,
So
coach.
2:06 left to go
Kick
in the
is good.
first half.
2:06 left.
The Saints keep marching down the field. It is now 15 for the
15.
Saints. No score for the Beefeaters. And
Don't forget at halftime,
Coach,
hit up Rosie's Street
defensive
for the
adjustments,
food.
I think you're missing a
Pick up
couple
beer
players.
tickets at the
Let's
merch booth.
say what it is. I think you're missing a couple players on the Beefeater defense. I
Yes.
haven't seen Zach Hepburn, who's usually that corner. Maybe they understand that they have a mismatch. Maybe you got a backup player in there. I'm not really sure. But I think Zach would have normally been on that spot, and they're taking advantage of that.
Yeah, I think so. And we saw Hepburn earlier in the game. He's number 30, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Zach Hepburn. He was on specials early in the game. So curious what's going on with him. We'll see if we get eyes on him on the sideline. But
maybe he's playing a slot position, and they're just not. They're recognizing it. But Sinclair has recognized something, and only a 10-yard. It should be 15 yards. They should be kicking it from the 35.
yeah,
They are kicking
because
it from the 35. Never mind.
they absolutely are. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
You
Never
see
mind.
these wonderful camera angles that our boys are making 30 feet in the air here, Coach.
Told you. Old.
Yeah.
Seniors discount. All the other fun stuff.
All
As you can hear the wind whipping around here, like the wind is really, really coming. It's blowing in the face of the Saints. You see, look at the ball just hold up there.
Oh yeah, it's going to be fielded by.
This
I
is
think
L.J. Dyer
L.J.
on the
Dyer.
return.
Yeah.
Just like really great coverage downfield by the Saints.
Take it down at about the 35-yard here. So, I mean, do we come out and go to the pass game to try and maintain this 2 minutes here, Coach, or we just go start pounding the rack and see what we can make of it?
The one thing I will say about Coach Snyder that he does is he doesn't panic. He's going to run his offense regardless of the time in the game because he believes in it. And I wouldn't be surprised to see a first down, some type of power, some type of inside run by the Beefeaters. Wouldn't be surprised in the least about that at all.
3 to the field, 2 to the boundary here, Coach. Single man in the backfield. He's going to hand that one off. That's number 5 on the carry, which is Rosello, I believe.
I thought that's L.J. Dyer. No, it is Rosello or Rosello on the carry. But again, Coach Snyder's going to run what he's going to run. He's not going to panic.
Yep.
He understands that there's another half of football to play, and you need to get chunks of yards. So run your offense. Do what brought you to the dance. If you're a passing team, pass the ball. If you're a run team, run the ball.
Run the dang rock, yeah. So Rosello in the backfield again. Dennis, snap is up. He's going to have a look downfield, and he's got 84. 84 is Alex Stewart. And they're calling that incomplete here, Coach. Can we see it?
Yeah.
Touched before he had control, yeah.
Yeah. See, but you see what I mean about that side motion? It's just it comes out at such a low angle. And we've seen it a couple times. We saw it a couple times last week with Hamilton. The balls are tipped a little bit, changes trajectory. So he doesn't have a long. He's a very accurate thrower, and he's got a great step on him. But it's just that side motion. He's throwing it out of his almost the 3/4 slot of his shoulder.
Yeah. So here we go. Wojnowski out on the punt. Ooh, getting a little bit of pressure here, Coach. Decent punt. That's going to be caught in the air by number 14. He's going to carry this one to the left side. Almost gets outside. We're getting really good contained. But, man, 1, 2, 3. We got a helmet off.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flags. Not only his helmet off, he went downfield. So if your helmet comes off, you're out of the play.
Right.
He is 20 yards downfield.
So we missed why the helmet's off.
Yep, we do miss that. But yeah, see, it's that action. Everybody, you get a flag. You get a flag. It's like an Oprah out there. Everyone gets a flag.
When does it comes
so
off
it comes
there.
off right away, but he engages in the play.
Yeah.
So is it going to be a penalty for getting the helmet? Is it going to be hands to the face for that? But then is it going to be a penalty for involvement in the play with no helmet, which is also illegal? So we're just waiting on the gentleman in the white hat to make the declaration of what's going on.
Yeah, having a chat with the Beefs captain.
So that's illegal participation is I think what they're going to call.
So Ben Regier. So what would be the options that they would give him here then, Coach?
So it's first down for St. Clair. It's just a matter of how many yards the ball is going back.
Yeah.
So it's illegal substitution. Once the helmet comes off, you cannot be involved in the play. And he, by his own fruition, goes downfield. So it's a 10-yard penalty for illegal participation. Move it back 10 yards. First down for the Saints.
Gotcha.
1:29 to the half.
1:29 left in a 15-0 football game here, Coach. And Saints,
Great crowd here again.
absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's 2 weeks in a row, just fantastic attendance. And I mean, it's only about 2 hours to get here from Windsor down to the London. We're pretty much close to the 401, so easy to travel. And obviously, for all of you watching at home today on CGFL TV, hope you're enjoying this Beefs TV broadcast. As the Saints are going to take this one. Soldier's going to have a look downfield again, looking for a mismatch here with number 4, who's going to grab this. Just get out of bounds here at about the 37, 35-yard here, Coach. That's going to Javier Lewis.
Monster tackled him down
So,
at the 36-yard line.
I think I know what's going on here.
First down, Saints.
And I'm going to say it afterwards and tell me if I'm right. You've got a linebacker out playing corner.
Yep.
So they're getting formationed out there.
Yes.
And they're taking advantage of a formation.
Yeah. You got Robbie Brown, who is listed as a defensive back, but is a very
Stout
linebacker-looking body.
Ben
Finish. Got to
Regier
finish, Ben.
Got him. No, they blew it. He blew
they
it
blew
dead.
it down?
That's why I let him go.
Okay.
Cartier
I'm thinking, okay, wait.
No,
Ben
he's
Regier on the tackle.
30
dead to rights there. They blew it dead at that point.
Christian Thomas getting involved, too.
Yeah, so
Second down.
big loss for the Saints. Ben Regier making his presence. Only his second game. He didn't play. He didn't make that trip to Ottawa. So, it's just kind of getting your feet under you again. He's really the leader of that defense for the Beefeaters.
Absolutely. It's going to be about 2nd and 15 here, Coach. I mean, are they looking for that mismatch? Obviously, they like it here against 33, but lots of,
We said we didn't see Hepburn out there. Hepburn's playing inside the 2 position.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they got him on 14.
Yeah. So that they're formationing them.
Oh, 25.
Great tackle. Again, like the 4th running
Right
back.
on the carry.
But a really great tackle at the point of attack by the
Stewart on
Beefeaters. I
tackle.
believe it was Stewart, number 94, with the big tackle.
100%. Boris Wright, the new running back coming into the game here, Coach. It's much small.
Essex Raven, former Essex Raven, Boris Wright.
Oh.
I remember that name.
Yeah. So a Coach Mills product.
Yeah.
Who might be watching the broadcast right now. Hello, Mr. Mills, if you're probably watching from his hot tub right now. I heard he's coaching. Mr. Mills is watching, he's coaching like U12 football this fall, which is probably a bit of an age change for him. But I think he went back and
did he lose a bat?
I don't know. I think he just he was posting about it. I said, wow, I haven't seen him coach anything but like U18. But so Preston's going to punt this one away. And Jagger Horst. Did he touch it?
Yeah, he did touch it. He absolutely touched it.
Crawls on it.
Horst fields the bounce.
Wow, that's
First down,
that's.
Beefeaters.
So
I mean,
remember we said how the ball hits the ground. Three things are going to happen. 2 of them are bad. There's 2 of them in the same play.
Coach Ron's rules of successful punt returning is always catch it in the air. It's a difference of 15 yards.
15 yards, and if it hits the ground, bad things happen. So 1st and 10 here for the Beefeaters. 37 seconds left to go.
Are they getting this on the 1?
Yeah, it's literally on the 1-yard line here.
So do we knee it out, or are we taking a safety here, Coach?
Oh, you're just going to go quarterback dive.
Yeah, so Pinto's in. And we get a timeout.
Timeout, Beefeaters.
London.
Yeah. So the Beefeaters are calling timeout because they're just loading up the box. They're not going to let him go. Pinto's notorious for taking a step back, reading it, and trying to run that off tackle.
Yep.
I don't think that's there.
Right.
I'm not saying. I'm just going to say it's not there.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting to see what they come up with. I don't think you have time to hand that ball off without pressure coming up the middle. It's just got to be tap and go. You got to go silent count here, blow off 20 seconds, and
or just Pinto dive. I mean, you can't anymore, but does Pinto just try and dive over the line at this
he's just going to get behind the center and just go forward, because they're not going to give him for yards for a tackle for a loss on something like this.
Right.
But remember, you can push the pile from behind now.
Yeah.
They do hand it off. L.J. Dyer makes the first man miss, and then is tackled right away.
Yeah, up to about the 5?
Gain about 4 yards here.
You may have heard that
Yeah.
The Saints are taking a timeout.
Okay.
So the Saints are taking the timeout, making the Beefs run it out here. Interesting. Okay. So this will be the Saints' second and final timeout of the half. Second and about 7 here after we're going to say it's a gain of 3 there, Adam. Really well played half for both teams. Beefeaters is still looking for that spark or that it thing on offense. Saints have done it. Saints, look, they're as advertised. They're big, they're physical, they are quick downfield. This is the game we kind of expected it to be. Really drag out, knock them down, like knock out, kind of a slugfest.
Yep, they were prepared. They obviously had their film, and Pinto's going to hand this one off again, and we're rucking downfield, but that 4 or 5 guys are going to bring this back. So gained a little bit here, Coach, I believe.
I think he's going to gain about 4 or 5 yards, but
Dyer
it's
on the
going to
carry.
get to a point where, see, he's got beyond the 10-yard line. I want to say he got to about the 11, so he's going to be really close to a first down here.
3rd and 1.
Saints have one timeout left. Beefs have a timeout left.
No, the Saints have used both their timeouts.
Okay, so we need to
Because
clear
the Saints
that.
just
then.
called that second timeout.
Right.
They called that timeout in the first quarter there, early in the
Okay,
game there
so the
as well.
Saints have no timeouts left.
Yeah, the Saints have no
Okay.
timeouts left. So no, you do what you did at that point is you've allowed yourself to punt the ball because you're not going to go down 3 scores by giving up the safety at this
Right.
point.
Yeah.
Look, it's a difference between 14 and 15. At 14, if you take the safety, you're still within 2 scores.
Yeah.
At 15, you take the safety, you're now at 17. Now you're at 3 scores. It changes it drastically.
Wisnowski might take
He's
it
going
here.
to take the safety.
Just trying to waste some time. Okay.
So trying to waste the time, I'm kind of surprised at that. I will admit, I'm kind of
Beefeaters
surprised with
complete
that.
safety In dramatic fashion.
So
Did Wooch hurt himself there?
Wojnowski, I thought he was going to hit that soccer net at one point. But
Just kind of the way he was stretching there. He almost looks like he hurt himself a little bit. I'm not sure. But, you do gain to the 35-yard line with 20 seconds left. The Saints are, I'm not in the Saints huddle or anything else. Yeah, and it's going to the wide side of the field.
Yep.
It's going to be in the 3-by-1 set. It's going to come out here on the left.
Yeah, wind's crossing right now from sideline to sideline.
And
so
it's going to be 7.
get that fade to the right side again to 7 or 6.
Number 4.
Yeah. 20 seconds left here. If you're just joining us, it's Ron Forwarda and Adam Melrose here on Beefs TV. And a nice, cloudy day now, Coach. Did start pretty sunny, but starting to chill off. And fall is in the air as September is just around the corner.
I go on holidays in a week. Fall is not in the air. We have another week of summer.
Exactly. This is just one of those fake out days to make you.
Exactly.
They're preparing you for the fall, Coach.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
All right, so we do have 6 France up to the other side, who's been a favorite here in the game so far. He's going to roll this one out to the side. So just having a look. Does he keep it? Yep, he's just going to keep this one himself, Coach. Almost gets the ball knocked out.
He's got to watch that because
Okay.
that's a couple times that he's looked and delayed a little bit and just kind of leaving that ball out there. No, I don't know if it's like no respect for the defense or just better ball awareness is required there.
Yeah, I'm sure that comes up in film. But, heck, you got yourself a first down. But
Yep.
you got to be careful here for sure. So 12 seconds left on the clock. 17-0 for the Saints. Obviously, maybe a couple more plays here, Coach, and then we'll head into the half.
No, they're looking for that obvious play as the Beefeaters are dropping, their cover 4 across the back field here, as this is the last play of the half here, barring a penalty.
Having a look downfield, he's got his man France, and we're going to throw this one out of bounds.
Pass
That's
falls
the
incomplete.
half,
16 and a
Coach.
half,
So
17-0 for the Saints.
first quarter, a rouge to make it 1-0.
Just
Then
a couple
second
minutes,
quarter,
we'll do a little
we get a
Beefeaters
touchdown
trivia
completion to
for a
France.
fabulous spot,
PAT's good, 8-0. We get another completion to Burmaster, number 7. Good PAT there,
See you
too,
after the
50-0. And obviously the safety we just saw that the Beefs gave up. So 17-0 going into the half. What's your halftime adjustment for the Beefs defense?
For the Beast defense, you're getting formationed out of, I think, of the alignment that you want. They're taking advantage of somebody who is more of a linebacker or a half playing outside, and I think you got to get the right bodies in the right spots. That's the defensive adjustment. Offensively, we both know Coach Snyder. He's going to run the ball in the third
Yep.
quarter. He's going to run the ball in the fourth quarter. He's going to run the ball. If St. Clair comes out with that crowded look on defense again, the Beefeaters got to complete one of those downfield, even for like 15 or 20 yards. Until they do that, they're going to be in for a long afternoon.
Absolutely. Well, thank you here for joining us on Beefs TV, coming to you live on CJFLTV.com. And we're going to head into the half. It's a 17-0 game for the visiting St. Clair Saints, and we'll be back in about 12 minutes. We're back here just starting off the second half of action. Great first half if you missed it or if you're just joining us. It's 17-0 for the visiting St. Clair Saints. We saw Rouge in the first quarter and then 2 passing touchdowns, one to France, number 6, and one to number 7, Burmaster. And the Saints doing really well. Obviously, we're looking for the Beefs to kind of come back here after halftime, start rolling if and when they can. And we're just getting set up here with our camera guys 30 feet in the air. We want to thank Logan and Lawson as well for bringing you all these shots today. And our producers, we've got on score, Mr. Simon and Cam and Tom on our production team here doing all the graphics and all that good stuff. So Beefs TV coming to you live at cgfltv.com. And all of the games will be broadcast here all season long. There is a deal to buy a season's pass. Or you can, of course, stream these games one at a time. Feel free to join us and follow for the highlights on London Football TV. That'll be out tomorrow. And, of course, Coach Matt Snyder will have a lot of content up on his Instagram page, too. So bring it to you live from Citywide Field here. If you've never been here, we're in the Forest City. It's just a little bit north of the 401. It's a really great field. Obviously, anytime we get a Sinclair-London game, it's a nice 2-hour drive for them to come down. We play a lot of games out that way as well. And if you get a chance to catch a game at one of the Sinclair field as well, too, it is a great facility, great big screen. The college has done a really good job of, bringing football and making it a part of the college experience there at Sinclair College. Obviously, the Beefeaters being a CGFL team as well, too, is a great opportunity for these kids to play football, if they're not going to university but still want to play in this kind of, 18 to 24-year-old age group. And joining us back on the cast, the coach, Ron Ferwerda. Nice little break here at halftime, Coach, just bringing us back in. 17-0 for the Saints. Obviously, the halftime speeches have happened at this point. And what do you think Coach Schneider was, and obviously, he was kind of running his guns, but what do you think, what do you think that speech was like at halftime for Coach Schneider?
Yeah, it comes down to this, basically. It's like we both know Coach Schneider is going to run his offense.
Yes.
So, again, You've got to. He's coming out to his receivers and saying, "We need a play. We need someone to step up and make a play here. Look for one of those 15 to 17-yard completions. Go for a little run. Maybe miss a maybe break a tackle. You got to get St. Clair out of that pressure style of defense that they're playing.
Yes.
Point blank. If you can't do that, you are in for a very, very long afternoon. St. Clair is physically bigger. They're dominating both lines of scrimmage. And until you can take a little bit of pressure off that run game with a pass or two, I'm not sure what else, you can say. So the point of the halftime speech is, guys, we need someone to make a play. It starts with one play. Then it becomes 2. Then it becomes 3. It is only 17-0 at this point. Okay?
Yep.
St. Clair was up 35-0 last week at half against an Ottawa team that the Beefeaters also shut out the 2 weeks previous. So both teams are capable of putting points on. The Beefeaters are definitely a second half team. So that is what they're going to be counting on. They are very, very well conditioned. They're probably the best conditioned team in this CJFL, regardless of what other teams will tell you. We both know, having coached with them, how much importance Coach Schneider plays on conditioning and everything else during the season. So the Beefeaters will get the ball to start the second half here, okay? And they're going to get the wind in their face again to start the second half. So the Beefeaters get the ball and they get the win in the fourth quarter. Those are two things that are going to come into play. St. Clair's basically saying at this point, we're just going to bury you in the third.
Yeah.
So, until that respect is earned by the Beefeaters, the St. Clair's is basically saying, prove it. So that's what I anticipate.
Preston Knight, and the ball is away here, Coach. Looks like L.J. Dyer to field this one, taking it up the right side of the field. Is going to cut that back towards the left. Nope, back to the right now.
Look out.
Makes a couple man's miss. Got 52 in trail right now. Nice diving tackle. 52 does finally catch him at about the 45-yard line. Healthy return here, Coach, to start the third.
We say we need someone to step up and make a play. There's your first one, okay? So you get a big return. You're now in positive field position for really the first time today. So let's see if the Beefeaters can take advantage of it. Look for St. Clair. Let's be honest. They're going to come up and go, okay, we're going to stack the box. We know you want to run. We're going to take that away. They need to complete a pass here early and get some momentum, get some positive yards off that pass.
Yeah.
Look for a step-off screen. Look for something quick. Get the ball out of the quarterback's hand into one of the playmakers' hands, and let's make a play.
Absolutely. I mean, and do we see like we saw last week too? Dennis going to draw on this one here. He's going for a little trot down to the left side. Makes 22. Oh, jeez. Finally gets brought down by number 8 here, Nick Barakovic. But nice, healthy run for a first down here, Coach.
So the other thing that you do is there's so much pressure coming off the edges to take away that run. We saw this last week. George Dennis is a fantastic athlete running the ball, and it's good to see again the receivers. Travis Gall getting involved in the play, trying to make a block downfield, but smart. Get your head away from it.
Absolutely, and we are getting all sorts of camera moving right now and all sorts of good stuff here down at Citywide Field. But hey, we still got our
Nice
shot
low
here from the
trajectory
side.
on
Exactly,
this-
yeah,
on
we
this
get the
one.
field levels. What we see here, folks. Dennis going to take the snap. Horst came across, and he's going to hit Jagger
There you
Horst
go,
on a
there
nice
you
little
go.
pass here, Coach. Nice block, too.
See,
and
that could have been the horse collar.
yeah,
That right there, okay?
Okay.
You know, that right here. And we just said, let's get the
Brought
ball out
down
of your
by
hand
Ethan
quick.
Norton.
Get the ball out of your hand quick.
First
down for the Beefeaters, as we see wholesale changes coming across here
Yeah.
from Sinclair. You know, I would have run to the line of scrimmage at this point and like try to get the snap off real quick.
no kidding. Nathan Norton on that tackle that we saw right there, number 9 for the St. Clair Saints. Hey, couple first downs in a row here, Coach. Maybe this is the adrenaline shot that we needed
Yeah.
from the Beefs. Let's get one here. Let's get points on the board and start rolling again. It's nice to start with the ball, especially after a good speech. Here we go again. Dennis Dyer in the backfield. 3 to the boundary, 2 to the field. Dennis is going to pull this one. We got a
Flags.
flag on the far side. Dennis going to keep rolling. Bounces off his tackler. Finally got brought down
Okay.
by number 11. That's Kilwani
44 is
Parker.
going to get one here as well. Okay?
Multiple
44
flags.
for the Saints is going to get one. I don't know what, so there's a flag right away on the side.
Oh yeah,
right
so 44
there.
tackles him.
Yeah,
Oh, and then
it's
the
the
extra, it's the extra little love.
It's always that extra little loving at the end of the play that gets you into trouble. This is going to end up being a 10. It's going to be a first down for the Beefeaters no matter how they slice it here. So it's a 15-yard penalty against the Saints. Is it both of the flags against St. Clair, though? Because if that's the case, we're looking at a 20-yard penalty, and the Beefeaters are in the red zone.
So we got White Hat coming in.
10 yards. So it was 5 yards against the Beefeaters, 15 yards against the Saints. So it's going to be first down for the Beefeaters here. Early third quarter here, first drive, the Beefeaters are marching. Coach Adam, this is what we saw last
Holding is
week,
called
really
against
taking
the Saints.
advantage. That was
10 more
not
yards for the
that was not
Beefeaters.
holding against
No,
the Saints.
that was
That was
call that unnecessary roughness.
yeah, that was not holding.
That penalty rhymes with you are. LJ Dyer going to take this one to the right
He's
side,
got a
all the way to
shot
the
here.
marker. Nice big bang.
Touchdown, Beefeaters!
Attaboy, LJ. Great job. Great job. Let's see it again here on the replay here, Coach.
Counter.
Counter. Wide open spaces. Gets a number 3.
Great
Number 3
finish
gets
at
a
the
deep.
end.
Billy Patterson Jr. gets the, but way too high tackle. Patterson Jr. makes a lower tackle than maybe he stops this, but LJ's just got too
Patterson's
much
coming
momentum.
off a block, though. Whoever the receiver is over here, he's trying to get off a block downfield, and again got in his way just enough for the high tackle. I can't quite see the number there. I think it's 87 for the Beefeaters out wide there. Does a really good job. Really good job downfield blocking. LJ Dyer, that's the LJ Dyer factor at the very end there, that finish. We just see a fantastic finish on that. And the Beefeaters have responded. That was exactly what we talked about. Hey, someone's got to step up and make a big play. You see that on the kickoff. Get the ball out of your hands to your playmakers. They get that step off, get the ball out of his hands quick, goes upfield, make a guy miss on a run, penalty, first and goal, Beefeaters, cash it in, bang, bang, boom, Beefeaters are back in business.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, it looks like a Beefeater is
Folks, don't forget,
down.
The game is Saturday, September 9th. It's our Hall of
And
Fame game.
I can't see the number,
folks
but
that are here today,
it looks
they're
like
gonna
one
be
of the
going to
bigger
the Hall of Fame
players
that
off to
night.
the side.
Yeah, it looks like one of the big boys out there
There will be
who
a
was
fifth
getting
quarter
downfield trying to make a
afterwards
block.
at
Can we get that
Prairie.
replay one more
Details,
time?
Check that out on our website.
Maybe we see it, or did it happen, and then he kind of just
I think he kind of gets
Always
rolled
great
in
to have
on
a
right,
right
at the
there,
end
yeah,
there.
yeah, and he's
Is that-
down.
is that,
56, I think.
Honoring the
Is that I was just say, is that
All the
55? Is
players,
that no? There's
staff.
55.
builders.
Yeah, you
that
see
have
it. You
built up
see a
this
guy
Beefeater
roll.
team.
It's not Clulo. It's
almost
not.
50
It's
years.
not.
If you
It's not
see-
Rivard.
Right, it's maybe 59. Dante Kolakovo, O-line. Yeah, he rolls over 87's bucket. Like, he
Yeah.
takes a bucket right to the calf. 78.
No, 78's actually helping him up there. So it might have been one of the receivers at the
Oh,
end
yeah,
of it. I'm
good
not
call.
really sure. Just because, like, if that's a big guy, those are awfully skinny legs for a big guy
Right.
being helped off the field.
That's a big guy, skips a lot of leg day, Coach.
Yeah,
So,
that's like me.
yeah, exactly. I was thinking, I've been meaning to talk to you about your leg day efforts here, Coach Ron. Exactly. Here we go. Wisnowski for the point after attempt. That should make this a 17-7 game, and
Well,
it does.
Okay.
Good.
So now
443.
you've got a little bit of momentum going.
7 points,
You-
17-7.
You
for the
scored against the wind, which Sinclair also did in the second quarter there with a couple shot plays down the field. Sinclair, you've given up your first major of the game, of the year. We've seen that now. So now, how does Sinclair respond to that? If you're the Saints, you're just like, oh, that's fine. We're just going to go down and we're going to run our offense and we're going to score again. Beefeaters now need to make a play on defense. You need a 2-and-out, and then game is on.
Yeah.
That's, you really do. You've got to have your defense come up with a play. Now, just to kind of plant this in your head, is this an onside kick kind of territory? Like, do you really steal momentum away at this point? You know Coach Schneider as well as I do.
Yeah, you know what? I hadn't even thought about it, but we might see something funky right now. Wind is still crossing the field from the west to the east, right? So
Nobody is directly over the ball.
right.
So, just right about that 50, 55-yard line, straight up the middle there. Just it's there.
This is going. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So we're going to crank this one deep left to number 25, who was going to get tackled by 84. We got a flag
Flags
on
everywhere.
the play. The return is Boris Wright, who was the running back we saw earlier get himself a nice couple of yards.
Boris Wright on the return.
But
Tackled by
that is
number
going to be
84,
on
Alex
who
Stewart.
and what? Okay, so it's on
Rough
Sinclair.
plays
I
for
think it's a
tackling too hard.
Oh, well, the double.
Kind of wondering.
no.
Oh,
See,
back
it's
there.
back there. If
Yeah.
we can get it. No, it's against the Beefeaters.
The two hands on the jersey face mask. Gotcha. Okay.
So so that was the one I was thinking of. It's a face mask call.
Okay.
So it's on the tackle. So now Sinclair's got okay, fine.
First
We've
and
got,
10 from the 48,
again,
47.
field possession, field possession,
Yeah.
field possession. That's if you make that a little bit better, like you don't get that penalty and you're inside your 40 for the first time in a long time. So
Okay, so we're back to Gannett
flags
taking
right away.
snaps. 36 on the carry. We got a little extracurriculars over here, but 36,
Blasco on the
that's
carry.
going to be
Brought down by Kyle Shea. Flag
uh,
on the play.
So is this a 5-yard? This is against the Beefeaters, or did the Saints line up offside? Procedure
Okay.
against the Saints. 5-yard penalty.
Okay.
Move it back 5 yards.
first and 15.
First and 15. That's what I was wondering. If we can just add producer Wonderbread, if we can get that one more time.
Oh, yeah. Or was he just way off? There was no
Yeah,
end.
he's just off.
No end.
So
Procedure's the call against the Saints.
Yeah.
So
no
yeah,
end
you've
here.
got no end. He's got to be on the line of scrimmage, or the end has got to be up a lot closer on
Yeah.
that. So
You mean he can't just waggle down to being on, Coach?
no,
No, he can't.
No, you can't. No, you've got to declare
First
that
and
you are the
15.
last, especially if you're the last man in the line of scrimmage. 10-year-old football, wide receivers. I used to tell our kids, you are a wide receiver. Your most important thing on this play is to get the line of scrimmage, turn around, look around at the referee and say, Mr. Referee, sir, I'm on the line.
Yeah.
And if you don't do that, it's going to cost us 5 yards. Then Coach Ron's going to get angry.
Yeah.
And then Coach Ron's going to yell. You don't want to see Coach Ron
Yeah.
yell.
And 10-year-old football, nobody's throwing to you, dude. So you got
Yep.
one job: is
Yep.
to get out here and
Get
make
out
sure
here
you're
and
on
make
the
sure
line.
you're on side. You're on the field.
Or if
Good
you,
job, little
if
Johnny.
you got a, if
Your
you got a
uniform
quarterback
looks great.
at U10, you got a quarterback there. You are blessed. Here we go. Gannett gonna drop back. He's got a man downfield. He's gonna hit 6. Did that bounce off the ground? No, it did not.
He did
Darius
not.
France.
He traps this ball. We got the perfect angle here. Okay.
Grass.
Picks it up
Yeah.
on the
See,
one
he
hop,
does that little
second
at the
Yeah.
end there.
and
It's,
15.
if he sells that a little bit more,
Yeah.
they might have given it to him because they're like, well, I don't know. Like, no. Right there. See that little at the last little bit. It was in there, but
Yeah.
not quite.
Yeah. We saw you pull it up.
Yeah. So 2nd down and 15. Beefeaters. I'm telling you, the Beefeaters. If you've got pressure package, you need to bring it now. Your defensive backs, you better hold up. Time count violation against the St. Clair Saints. Illegal substitution.
Double
So
substitution
13
against
men in
the
the huddle
Saints.
is illegal in the Canadian game. You can't have
Knock it
that.
up 5 more.
5-yard penalty. 2nd down and 20
Second
now.
and 20. Too many people in the huddle.
11:59 here, Coach. So I mean, it's the tough thing is we saw a lot of this, chicanery earlier, but then the Saints came out and scored a huge one, right?
Yeah.
So it's let's see what happens here. But yeah, you're right. We're 2nd, and I think it's more than 20, but maybe it's just
4 receivers to the boundary, 1 to the field.
3 motion across the
Now,
back.
yeah, but now you got your one-on-one out here.
Yep. So which they like. They've been
Draw. Nowhere to go. So the Beefeaters did what they had to do.
36
Hey,
on the draw,
hey,
that's
hey,
last
hey,
double.
yeah.
Yeah. That's
So is this
Yeah.
going to be offsetting, or are they going to get the Beefeaters
Well,
number 33 on this?
to be fair, they equally headbutted each other. So offsetting.
There's
I
2
would've-
flags there.
Yeah, it's on 6 and 33 for sure.
Yes,
Because they had a nice
they're-
little brouhaha over here.
Big flags.
Yeah, see, and this is welcome to London, welcome to Windsor,
I know,
welcome
I
to
love
St.
it.
Clair Beefeaters football. Every game, every year. And the best part of this is all the bad blood that holds. We get to do this again next week. Offsetting penalties is, I believe, what they're going to call. It is 3rd down.
Did we get
For-
the little scuffle on the replay here? 'Cause
Uh,
so 6 comes flying, right? It might be
Yeah.
off camera. Boom. So body check. Oh, okay, we miss it.
Unnecessary
But
roughness,
yeah,
offsetting
it,
penalties.
let's just say it
3rd
was
down.
it was a little
after
extra.
Yeah, it was the wishing each other a very Merry Christmas early in or late in August.
Yeah, happy Halloween, by the way, too, man. And
yeah,
hope you have a great
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, right? Are you a turkey or a ham guy? Okay, cool, man. Next play.
Really? You look at me and you ask me that question?
That would be turkey with a slice of ham on top of it for Coach Ron.
Coach Ron's having
Little
a
turducken.
turducken.
Yeah. Here we go. Punt. Preston gets
Quick-
this one away.
Quick kick.
Jorst or Horst.
So, good return, gets it beyond the 45-yard line.
Return.
Oh, and they might be saying this is
No.
Sinclair.
Yard line.
So, it's going to be he's down. He's down by contact.
Flags down.
Beefeaters retain possession, but there's a flag again behind the field. This is going to be objectionable conduct against the St. Clair Saints,
wow.
who are just shooting themselves in the foot time after time after time.
A good friend of ours would say Plexco burst himself in the foot.
Yep, yeah, a little bit.
1st and 10, I guess, at some point.
It's
We're
going to be
backing
first.
this
And,
up.
It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Beefeaters.
Yeah, 11 and a half minutes left here in the 3rd.
So it's
Unnecessary
1st
roughness
down.
call.
The 15-yard penalty
Saints.
against the Saints. So the Beefeaters are going to be scrimmaging inside St. Clair territory.
Okay.
Okay, Coach
Somebody's
Adam.
doing the concussion.
Okay, you've got to get control of your team
First down
here.
to
Yes.
48.
What do you? If you're the Beefeaters, like we've got them frazzled.
Yeah.
Okay?
I'm
keep doing what
rolling
you
running
do.
backs. I'm sending Dyer, then I'm sending Rosello, then I'm sending who's our other guy, Cardona,
Yep.
right? And just keep them rolling, right? Fresh legs.
And they're in that pressure. St. Clair's
yeah,
now in that
nothing
pressure.
over
look.
top right now.
Yeah, I'm taking a shot. I'm taking a shot with one of my slot receivers here.
Yeah. I'm to the right because of the way the wind is. LJ Dyer going to take the
Fumble.
ball's loose.
It
Oh,
is
we're gonna-
recovered
And
by
we're
the
gonna
Saints
recover
this
that by
time.
the Saints. Yeah, it looks like number 8, I believe. 8, and the guy on the ground is
31.
31. Credit where credit is
Ball
due.
hit the
That's going to be
floor.
Nicholas Maheman.
Covered by the
Boy,
Saints.
the
First down,
Saints need
40-yard
someone to
line.
make a play and with the recovery. But this strip comes right there. So I want to see that one more time, producer Melrose. I think this is 52 that causes the fumble.
Yeah. So
I think. I'm not 100%
if
sure.
it is, that's Carl Faber, defensive lineman, 6'2", 190 and change. And that's not the kind of flip that we need to give right now when we need points on the board, Coach.
No, but again, that's good for the Saints. They needed to make a play. They made their play. So now let's see what they can do with the ball. A little bit of positive momentum now. Back to pass.
Gwinnett
pressured
in
and
trouble.
Finally got in the backfield by the Dogs. The big man's up front, number 91.
That's Noah Williams.
Noah Williams with the sack for the Beefeaters. Great coverage downfield. Everyone was blanketed. Loss of about 8 on the play.
Noah Williams, a great pickup for this Beefeaters team this year. And I know there was talks about him playing at Western, but I think as life changes, then there's a great opportunity for you here to play at the Beefs.
One of the things that you talked about Sinclair being, having a great relationship with their football community, and it's one of the first places in Canada that's offering basically college football. There's a big difference between the States and in Canada. Is not every kid is made to go to university. Some kids are made to go to college. A lot of places in Canada don't offer that. This is the college football of the States. So it is not like a Boston college or in Michigan. But you know what? Not everyone goes there. Some kids go to MAC schools. Some kids go to, Hawaii, or some kids go to Bowling Green and Miami and places like that. There is a spot, there's a place. This is a great league. And I'm glad to see St. Clair embracing the college experience with that and making it much more of an Americanized experience.
Absolutely. If you get a chance to go to one of St. Clair games, too, it is a great stadium. It's a fantastic facility.
Fumble!
Pulls out. Here we go.
Beefeaters got the ball. I'm sure of it. The Beefeaters got the ball on this.
We got a great camera angle here from our camera guy.
Yeah, they did. So this ball comes out. This is number 22, I believe, causes this. No. It is right there. 24 covers it. And I believe it is.
Oh, wow. Beef's ball, Coach. Maybe we can see it here.
So it's 24 causes the fumble.
Yeah, 24 punches it out.
There.
It's like 30-something who gets on it.
One more time. Because I got the guy who it is this time. No. He causes it. No. 37.
Yeah, so 37 for the Beefs is Willem Brown, defensive back. Here we go. First down, Beefs. Let's go.
Took me a couple minutes there. So now after both teams
Dennis having a look
ball,
downfield.
there's
almost
your shot.
there.
Okay, but there's your shot. That's what you needed. Okay? Intended to number 6 there for the Beefeaters. So there's Cardona kind of running that wheel route out of the backfield instead of running it real wide. The Beefs do like to bring that motion that back out and get up the seam. So that's what we're looking for. And you look at how, if he catches that ball, he's got one guy and 15 yards to a touchdown.
Billy Patterson Jr. is a big load for a defensive back, too. 190, 6'1". Nice coverage on Cardona on that play.
Yeah, really good, good
job.
job.
Oh, no, it's not Jagger. Jagger's 82. Jagger's coming across in that. We're going to give this one to Rosello, who's going to go for a little run. Gets about maybe 3 to 4 yards.
Hey, right there. 15-yard penalty right there. You can't do that stuff. St. Clair, it's right there. It's number 7, I believe it is. It's number 7 or number 1.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, if it's number 7 there, I believe that's his second.
Unnecessary roughness is the call against.
I believe this is his second.
If it was,
let's
get it one more time,
8.
guys.
Brian,
so over here, right?
No. It's right
Brian,
here.
Back up and
right there.
Yeah, that's 3.
It's the corner. No, it's the corner. So it might be number 8.
Yeah, I think that's 3.
It is 3.
Yeah, it's Billy Patterson. We were just talking about him. Yeah, like he throws them.
No, so it wasn't 7, it's 3.
All right, well, 1st and 10. Here we go. 1st and 10. Beefs. 9:32 left in the third. 17-7. We got Dennis and Rosello in the backfield right now. Looking to see if they could draw this off.
52, procedure. St. Clair is unraveling right in front of our eyes here. So,
Offside is the call.
yeah,
That's the Saints.
they've got to
First
calm
and
down.
5.
This is what happens. So this is clear. This is playing with football is such an emotional game, and when you feel a game or momentum slipping away from you, you almost tighten up and play harder, and that's when mistakes happen. This is a classic example of a little bit of tightness happening for the Saints.
Checker horse going in motion. We've got Dennis rolling out to his right side, and he's going to find, was it Jagger?
Dennis is
And then
fouled.
you
Okay,
It is
this is
complete
number 5.
to
This
Alex
is late
Stewart.
hit, unnecessary roughness against the quarterback. 15-yard penalty.
Flag on the
This
play.
is first and goal from about the 1-yard line for the Beefeaters here.
Yeah, nice. I mean, nice catch from Horse too. Regardless, even though we're going to walk
can't-
this right up.
The ball is
Unnecessary
gone.
roughness
You
up at the
cannot
pass.
take a
It was a
shot.
call
You
against the
cannot
Saints.
make a hit near
Yeah.
the head. It is a
Yeah.
penalty
Beefeaters
every
at the
time.
I'm surprised that's not a
1-yard
targeting.
line.
Because it is a forearm right to the head. Okay.
So you've got to maintain composure. And everyone's trying to make a play, but you can't do that. You cannot hit a quarterback up high. You cannot take more than one step and deliver a blow.
Don't
The
forget,
ball
folks,
is away.
September
Yeah.
9th,
You can't
Saturday,
do it.
September 9th
You've got to maintain
is Hall of
control.
Fame night here
By the
at
way, our next
Citywide
home game
Field.
here, as we're hearing over the loudspeakers as well,
Putting
is September 9th
1988
here.
a whole bunch of
The homecoming
legends of
homecoming
Beefeaters
game,
into the Hall that
so to
night.
speak. They're
Love to have your
inducting some
support.
Hall of Fame players for the Beefeaters Hall of Fame.
Yep.
I believe that is that the Skyhawks or is that the Grizzly game?
I believe it's the Quinty game.
Yeah, the Quinty. By the way, that team went out last week and had an impressive win for their first win of the season.
Yeah.
52-14 over the GTA Grizzly.
Yeah, and the Grizzlies, unfortunately, it seemed to just be having a very similar season to last year, just struggling on the road, struggling at home. And we're going to get a touchdown, Beefs.
Number 11, I believe, is the quarterback for the Beefeaters.
Pinto.
So Pinto, it's number 12. Pinto with the carry, straight ahead, touchdown for the Beefeaters. And this is what we saw last week. Second quarter, or second half, Beefeaters seized control of the game and slowly took over momentum, play after play after play. The Beefeaters have scored 14 unanswered points, 13 barring the extra point, and it's still 9 minutes left to go in the third quarter.
Yeah. This has been a slow,
Here's
mind
Abby
you,
for 50,
lots of
50.
flags in this quarter here, Coach.
Yeah,
A
it's-
slow-moving quarter, for sure.
But the energy level, just looking at both benches, is completely different at this moment.
Here we go.
Snap is down.
Wisniewski,
And it's good.
chip shot.
So
Kick in
9:03 left to go in the third
9:03.
quarter. 17 for the Saints, 13 for the Beefeaters. And I'm sorry, I'm just going to say it. Momentum has clearly swung in favor of the team in blue.
Yeah. No, we got to have if I'm the Saints coaches right now, it's, hey guys, we got to calm down. We got to get back into this game. You were running this game at one point, and it was 17-0, and we've allowed the Beefs to get within 3 points here. It's a one-score game now, so we absolutely need to get composed here, and maybe they get lucky here, Coach, and it's a nice big return to kind of reinvigorate everybody. But number 12, Mr. Pinto, we're just getting.
Clarification on who got the touchdown.
I like Pinto, man. He's,
Yeah.
hey, listen, Dennis is a nice quarterback too, but Pinto just steps up when they need him and does a great job of just squeaking in.
Okay. Again, Coach Adam, we're standing at the
Onside?
50-yard line. Look at the big gap in between all those hash marks.
I like it. But maybe a little squibby up the middle.
Yeah. About 15 yards, and you guys got to get on a horse, and someone's got to hit 52, someone's got to hit 50 and 31.
Yeah, I'd love to see it, but Wisniewski just cranks this thing. I think it's going right to 25 or 24.
And they're bailing too.
Yeah, 20.
25. And
25.
it's fumbled.
Going to drop it, right? That's going to be our 15-yard difference here, Coach.
And that
All right,
is. That's
so
literally the difference.
We're going to scrimmage. We're going to scrimmage
we
here
see
from
lots
about
of pushing.
29,
Right.
28 yards.
Lots of pushing, lots of pulling at the end of that
On the
play.
hop.
But,
Gets it
oh,
out to the
man,
27-yard line.
if you got
First
away
down
and tell the coaching staff, there's nobody in between the hash marks on the kickoff.
Yeah.
You
Did
know-
they have the game strat going? I don't think they have game strat going. I was going to say.
Got
It's,
something set up over there on the far side. I think they do. I think the game strat's down from here, but
Maybe it's game strat just in the end zone.
maybe.
But they've got their end zone cut really low. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I mean, that's the challenge with, doing end cut is you're getting the uprights in it. But
That's how I love to watch a game from the end zone.
Oh, yeah.
First row, second level of a stadium.
Yep.
Give me that shot every day.
All right, so here we
Quarterbacks
go.
change again.
Soja hands this one off, but this just gets tuned up in the backfield. 94.
94,
Kosi
35,
Right down the backfield,
36.
led by
Christian
Logan
Thomas,
Clyde.
Logan Clyde. Boys are rolling.
Noah Williams again.
Loss of 5, second and 15.
mention just about everybody. And again, how do you've got to do something to get momentum back here. The energy level, just looking at the benches.
Yeah.
They're St. Clair's kind of looking at each other.
Yeah.
Very little energy, a lot of helmets off, a lot of drop shoulders, Beefeaters.
Body language is everything.
Everybody's into this game.
Soja rolling out to the right side. He's having a look. 6 is downfield. Soja's just going to keep it for himself and just get lit up. Right, Rick
Gain of about
Woo!
2 or 3 yards.
Soja.
Nowhere else to go. There's a difference in the
Brought
second
down
half.
by
Making
Aiden
that tackle,
Matthews.
breaking that tackle in the first half, going for a 12, 15-yard scamper,
Third and
Throw-
12.
throwing
Yeah.
down for a quick 2-yard gain, and it's third down.
It
And the
is.
St.
I was a
Clair
little
Saints are
confused because the
punting.
marker right now says 4th, but this is the
Yeah.
Canadian game. So there we go. Now we
There
got
we
it
go.
fixed.
Thank you very
There
much.
we go. But yeah, still 7:50 left, 3rd and 12. I think here comes the punt crew.
Yep.
And do we see the Beefs finally, take this one again and take
But if
the
they
lead at
catch
this
it
point?
even there, they're going to have the ball at
The
midfield.
field position is going to be fantastic. Catch that ball in the air, sir. Here we go.
No yards.
Jagger
no
Horst,
yards.
no yards.
15 yards and the shove.
Takes it on the run.
15-yard penalty against St.
Midfield.
Clair. This is going to be
Flag on
well
play.
within the
Looks like
40-yard
no
line
yards,
again.
could be no bounce variety.
Caught there.
Yeah.
So it's right at midfield. So it's
So we get that,
45-yard
and then
line.
we get that
And then the
from
shot right
55.
there.
Yeah.
So are they going to call both of them or just the 15-yard no yards?
What's the point even? Sorry, the point.
It's
My
really-
question was, what's the point of even shoving? But
Because you lose control. So it's no yards and objectional. So are they calling holding against the Beefeaters too? So you've got that
Okay.
foul over there. Maybe a hold.
then why is 56 signaling? Oh, he's just talking to the coach. Okay.
No, he's talking to the other referee that there was another flag there.
Okay.
So it's a 15-yard penalty.
Right.
Look at
So we're
what
talking to
the
both
flags
captains. So
are,
obviously it's going to be
Look at
offsetting
the
in
goal,
some
and
respects.
yards.
Here we go. White hat.
Gonna stand
Um,
5 yards up from where the hold was. Now let's play some football. What do you say?
So 50-yard line instead of like about the 45.
Yeah.
So
15.
okay. So anyway, back to
So
the third
game on,
quarter
Coach
action.
Ron.
Back to the third quarter action. 7:38 left to go. Third quarter. Beefeaters
Holding against the Beefeaters.
third
No
possession
yards with a 15-yard
of the
down.
third quarter,
Touchdown Beef.
which
That's
they
a
only
50.
had like 2 in each quarter last time. So again, momentum has clearly swung to the Beefeaters' favor here.
Yeah.
3 receivers to the field. 1
Dyer in the backfield.
good to see
Gonna
him
hand
back.
this off. He's just going to get. Oh, no, he keeps going. But he's maybe going to get about a yard here, Coach.
He's gonna get a couple yards,
Dyer,
maybe
back to line of
2
scrimmage.
on that.
Second down.
Should be 2nd and 9, I think.
Yeah. Gain of 1 after what could have been like about a 5-yard loss on
Yeah,
that.
no kidding.
So again, you've got to have your shot play or something in here, because again they're dialing the pressure. 8 guys within 3
He's
yards.
looking tired on this
Yeah.
defense. All right, here we go. Similar look. 3-by-2. Dyer in the backfield. Dennis. Snap is good. Dennis having a look to the boundary, and he's got 6.
Yeah,
Number 6.
Blue
That's
line.
Keegan Cardona.
Cardona.
Yeah.
Okay.
Picks up 6.
So
Blue line's
gain
29.
of about 6 play.
Third down.
Okay. And
Third down and about 3.
here comes
Beefeaters to
Woj.
punt.
So not the series we were expecting there, Coach.
No, but again, this is what Coach Snyder does probably better than anyone else I've ever met. Understands momentum, understands field position, Field position is being a huge factor in this game. He's going to punt this ball and hopefully keep the Saints within the 20-yard line. Woj back to punt. Little rush this time. Short punt. Ball
Okay,
hits
we got
the ground.
14 on the return.
Flags out wide.
Rutherford.
So is
probably
that a
flag
hold?
Rutherford on the
Or
return.
flag for the no yards?
Flag.
No
Play.
yards. So the 5-yard no yards variety.
Okay.
So about the 35-yard line is where St. Clair's going to scrimmage. I expected more out of that punt, to be honest with you.
Yeah, especially because the wind had just died. I don't know if
Yeah.
you noticed. The sun came out, the wind died. I thought it was just going to carry, but
No yards.
You know.
5-yard variety. First down Saints at the 37-yard line.
did they get a chance? You know, obviously we have our offensive meeting. What are we saying to the Saints in that one other than calm down, Coach?
That's exactly what
Yeah.
you're saying. It's just like, guys, let's just get back to what got us here. Let's go and run the ball. Let's go for a scamper. Everyone relax. Regain your composure. And big Dante McPhail, the London, Ontario kid, is in the backfield for the Saints. So, gee, I wonder what's going to come here.
Yeah, and I think he's going to get Papin to block for him. Here he comes to the left. Oh, great tackle. Great tackle.
McPhail on the carry.
27. That's Aiden Matthew. Great job. Just scraping down, picking that up. That's a big man to bring down.
Okay.
How do we chop a tree, Coach?
Yeah,
gain.
low.
Low.
So there's a difference between the first quarter and the third quarter.
Yeah.
Dante breaks that run and goes for a scamper. Beefeaters are juiced up. They know they're in this game. No gain on that play. That's a 7-yard gain in the first quarter. That's no gain in the third quarter.
Absolutely. So here we are. We're going to be 2nd and 10 here, Coach. 0 gain. Same look in the backfield, 2 by 2. So just going to keep this one. And he's going to gain a little bit. Here we go. We got a hold back here. We do finally get a tackle from number
68's
20.
going to get a hold on number
Brought down by
27
Dylan
for an
Roberts.
absolute pancake block.
Flag on the
Yeah.
play.
This is going back 10 yards.
Yeah.
It's going to be against the St. Clair Saints. 2nd down and 20.
Yeah, Dylan Roberts. I mean, thank God he makes this tackle because, wow.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You got a hold.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
point of
yeah.
attack, so it's
Yeah.
coming all the way back.
If the
regardless.
hold's not gone, though, Dylan doesn't make that tackle. That's a touchdown for the Saints.
Yeah.
Unless 31 could close on it. But it's the holding Saints. So that'll bring 2nd and 15.
2nd and 20. It's a 10-yard
Oh,
penalty.
check that. Yeah, you're right.
10-yard penalty, so it's going to be 2nd down and 20 for the Saints here. As we see 5 minutes left to go, 5:14 left to go in the third quarter. Quarter that's being completely dominated by the Beefeaters.
100%. If you're just joining us, I'm Adam Melrose. This is the coach, Ron Frawarda, taking you through this game on CJFLTV.com. You got Beefs TV live from Citywide Field here in London, Ontario. Thanks for joining us. Here we go. 2nd and 20 right now for the St. Clair Saints, who are leading this game 17-14 with just under 5 minutes left in the third quarter.
3 to the boundary, 1 to the field. Throwback screen, complete. The big number 84, and he's going for a rumble now. Well beyond midfield.
Clean it up.
Well, they got back those 20 yards they needed essentially here, Coach. First down at about center, like you said, and that's 84. That's Larea.
Got to be feeder down.
Kevin, 6'3", 240 pounds.
Yeah, we
Ladies and gentlemen,
we
last
said
call
that this
for
guy was going to
50-50
be
tickets.
a
Last call for
factor in this
50-50
game,
tickets.
and he has been, but it's not
Abby
been in the
is
pass catching
here by the
variety.
announce stand.
It has been in the blocking
the
variety.
sound of
He has laid
burglars.
some absolutely devastating blocks out there
Oh, yeah. there's
in
speakers.
this game. He's
All right.
played himself a whale of a game.
Absolutely, and great work, back and forth. And while we're waiting on this injury
Good
timeout
Matthew
here,
back up
Coach,
on the
let's
play for the
quick recap in case you're just joining us on the live stream. First quarter was a single point, the only point scored by Rouge for the Saints. Then the Saints pick up 2 touchdowns and a safety to make it 17-0. In the third quarter, though, so far we've seen an LJ Dyer run and a Pinto keeper to make it 17-14. Here we are back to work now, Coach.
Back to pass, taking a shot downfield. Great coverage.
Oh,
Look,
so
deflected. Wow.
Wow. So, I mean, what we thought was great coverage ends up just giving the ball to the receiver, and that's number 7.
Number 7 for the
That's
Saints.
Burmaster,
Burmaster.
who had a touchdown in the
Wow.
second quarter.
Wow. So look at great coverage
First and goal,
downfield.
Saints
31 with the coverage for the
Janal
Beefeaters.
Williams.
Yeah, you got to squeeze that, and that was. This is one of the problems with Citywide that I have. The sun's setting, and he's looking right back in the sun, and that's literally the sun. I might have caused that lack of an interception because he had perfect position.
We need a 40-foot wall between these two fields.
Yeah, you really do.
So what do we got now here, Coach?
First and goal.
2 to the field, 2 in the backfield. So just going to keep this and just get swallowed up by, I believe, 94. That's Nkosi Stewart.
Stewart's had himself a whale of a game too. Like,
absolutely.
They really, both these teams, the defensive lines have played really, really well. We haven't called their names a lot, but they've been.
But I mean, look right here up in the middle. Go back to that other camera shot here for a second. 91-94. 2 mammoths right up in the middle who can move and are very, very strong, and they're blessed to have the 2 of them, playing that nose and that tackle 1 and 3 tech position for sure.
Yeah, and the Beefeaters are down a couple guys this week too that they're hoping to get back for next.
Yeah, I was gonna say
well.
we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scratches on the list, and some of those were just for today. They were hoping that they were going to be healthy.
And then another one that's not scratched off the list is also
Connor
out this
Crozier.
week.
Soja going to carry this one to the outside. He's got Pappin on the block. Finally going to get brought down.
Ben Regier with a tackle.
And
bring up a 3rd and goal, probably about the 2 or 3 yard line.
Knocking on the door, 3:01, and the clock is still counting down. 17-14. Saints looking to make this. Oh. We got a guy down.
Yeah.
Sorry, we got multiple people in our way right now.
It's quarterback.
So Soja's down. So does that bring Gwinnett back into the game? I'm assuming.
Yeah, absolutely it does. Or does it bring your field goal team out?
Well, I think, Coach, we're going to be third.
No, it's
3rd and goal on the 3?
About the 3 yard line. We see number 1 coming back out here.
Yeah, so Gwinnett coming back out.
I think you got to have 1 come out for the Saints. I think you got.
Yep, so 2's out.
No,
so Stoja's out.
Someone else came in, I thought. Number 4 is in at quarterback.
Okay, so 4.
Straight ahead. He doesn't get it. He does
Lewis.
not get it.
Now, are we celebrating? All right,
they
so,
are.
Okay, so they did get it. Touchdown.
So they had
Saints.
that 2nd and 3rd effort because it wasn't until the very end that he spun off to make that because the Beefeaters had him. Good job there. Great pressure.
So that was a keeper on number 4 then.
Yeah,
so
number
that's,
4.
Javier Lewis. Or
Who
Javier.
I think, Javier Lewis, who is, I believe, their short yardage quarterback. So the Saints respond with 2:42 left to go in the 3rd quarter, hoping to go back up that 10 points. Snap is down, the kick is up, and it is good. So 2:42, 24 for the St. Clair Saints, 14 for the Beefeaters, which is being like, the Saints, they needed that. They needed that desperately. To get back into to steal some of that momentum back, which had clearly swung 100% towards the Beefeaters.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, so we're a 10-point game again here, Coach. Obviously, the Beef's doing well. See what they pull out in this next series. But obviously, for both of these teams, though, this is a real football game. They've both had a couple of. I mean, obviously, 30-4 for these guys last week. London blew out a few teams already, and I think it's nice just seeing that. Yeah, we got a football game right now. And you're right. We've got the sun just beating down. Here's a great shot here. Coach Schneid's with all the sun in his eyes right now. I have been on that sideline at this time of day. It's the worst for trying to see anything.
Worst experience here at Citywide. It was raining so hard sideways that I'm calling plays on the other side of the field, basically where St. Clair was. I couldn't see beyond the near hash mark. And I was just like, just run this play.
Oh, yeah.
I have no idea what the heck's going
Yeah,
on.
I coached a fog game here one time too, and it was just like, I'm sure there's football happening out there, but I can't see a thing. Jagger Horst on the return.
Makes the first man miss.
Gets out of bounds.
Second man miss, and then just a good job to get that ball beyond the 20-yard line.
Jagger Horst was one of the craziest touchdowns last week as well. He flipped into the end zone. We need to start having those ready, but man. I mean, nowhere to go, but
yeah.
So we're going to field this at about what, Coach?
21-yard line.
Yeah. 2:36, 1st and 10. Beefs. Put it on the ground. Let's move the rock, Coach.
I'm not. And here's what I'm thinking. Because everyone they're selling out to stop that run. Go back to that slice fullback kind of leak out pass that you did earlier in the first half, and they haven't done anything with that. Did they call timeout?
Timeout.
Saints. So the Saints called timeout. That's twice that they've called timeout early in the quarters or in the halves to it's wasting one of those. Like I get it. In the Canadian game, the timeout isn't quite as played or as important, but it is something that is massive. Now, look at the difference in the field position, though. The Beefeaters have got the ball on the 20-yard line. The Saints are getting that ball 30, 35-yard line. That's a 15-yard difference every time they're kicking. So, which was a huge advantage last year for the Beefeaters, is not as much so this year. So, what does that mean? It means you've got to execute about another 3 or 4 plays well to get that extra 15 yards. And a lot of times, to go on an 8-play drive is something, but now you got to go on a 12-play drive. So that's the difference when you think, well, it's only 10 or 15 yards. Break it down like that. It's an 8-play drive, 6-play drive. Now it's a 10 or 12-play drive.
Here we go. Dennis, all sorts of motion on the field right now. He's going to roll out to his right side. He's in trouble, but he does break loose. But he's going to get finally brought down here by number 8 and a variety of Saints. Number 8, that's Nick Barajevic.
Dennis.
So someone from St. Clair lost their helmet at the end there.
Back to the 10. Second and long.
But it should have been a lot more
Number 0.
of a loss.
We don't have a 0 on here. Is it 0 or 8? That's
I believe
8.
it's 8.
Yeah. So that's our guy who made the tackle.
Yeah.
Brashkovic. Linebacker, 6'2", 235.
That was a gentleman that got the illegal participation penalty earlier.
Yes.
As well. So
yeah. It's amazing. We had the same. I saw that with Hunter Swift this summer.
Yeah.
Despite them saying their helmets are on tight,
they're not.
They're not.
They're not.
Yeah. Here we go. 2nd and 20 for the Beefs now, Coach. After being backed up, Dennis is having a look downfield. He's just gonna scramble on this one, Coach. No, he's gonna get lit up.
Yeah, 52.
Yeah.
Outside linebacker. He's had himself a whale of a game.
Carl Faber.
He's made some errors along the way, but he has made big play after big play.
He was the first sack of the game earlier.
Like the very first play of the game, it's
just
like
came screaming.
where did he come from early?
Yeah.
And it's like that's something that when you make a play early in the game, it's high. A lot of times it's momentum. It's that adrenaline that you've got. This guy's consistently been around the ball all game here, and he's had himself a whale of a game. Here's a newsflash: Beefeaters are going to take a safety. As I'm just going to kind of talk through the punt here.
Right. Yeah.
So, the Saints have clearly, after giving up 2 straight scores, have now they've settled down. Now you've gone back with a score and the safety as well, and now it's 26-14 to back up to a 12-point lead. So it was 17, and now it's only 12. Okay, but one of the other factors is in the Canadian game, the clock does stop a lot.
Yeah.
So at first downs and in the last 3 minutes of the half, it's a lot of time. But you're starting to look at the clock here and going, okay, if you're the Beefeaters, you can't give up another one here. Okay.
Yeah.
You've got to make a stop on defense. You need to make a play, and you need to get the ball back quick. You need to possess the ball either, again, for one play in the third quarter or early in the fourth quarter, like within the first 30 seconds, minute.
Yeah.
If you do that and you go on a drive, you have a chance in this game. If St. Clair goes on a drive and chews up about 5 or 6 minutes here, this game might be over.
Yeah, it's a lot of ground to
cover. The inches are all around us in one of the greatest movies ever, Any Given Sunday, a football movie. The inches are all around us. If you're the Beefeaters, you need to get those inches on your hand.
There we go. Soldier back
hand
in the
off
game.
To McPhail, straight ahead.
McPhail
gets about 2 or 3 here, Coach.
4. Stewart at the bottom of the pile.
Yeah, 3 or 4 yards there. old people problems trying to get my leg up about 3 inches off the ground here. Again, good tough run. Dante McPhail, he's not gonna wow you with his speed or anything else. Not that he isn't a good athlete or a fast kid, but he is your classic in the tackles runner.
Soja having a look. He's got
Taking a
84
shot downfield.
downfield. Oh,
Okay,
wow. Almost makes.
Okay, if anything, that would have been pass interference against number 84, as he was going over the top. Why is that pass interference against the offense and not the defense? Right here, okay,
That little shove.
but the defensive players has as much right to the ball as possible. As we see the officials actually putting the flag back in his pocket, that looks like he was thinking about throwing.
That's well, he's getting hollered at from
So
about,
remember,
12 feet behind him.
Remember what I said about you need a quick 2-and-out and get possession to have
Yeah.
a shot? 3 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Okay,
Yeah.
you're going to punt the ball. And you're going to get the ball at the start of the fourth quarter. So again, time-wise, your defense did its job. Offense, you need to go on a drive. You can even afford it to take about 4 or 5 minutes. Okay. But you've got to get points on every drive going forward for the Beefeaters.
Cardona and Horst, I believe, are back to return this one, Coach. Is that
Yeah,
82?
Drew Lawrence has not been back there since that big hit early in this game.
Okay, so
Much shorter punt. Bounces early. That's no yard variety. Picked up. 5-yard penalty coming up here against the Saints and pushing and shoving.
we got a little,
we got a little
hitting out of
there.
bounds, yeah.
Flag on the play.
So it's the 5-yard, no yard penalty variety. So the Beefeaters are going to possess the ball probably about the 54-yard line of the Saints here. About 54 for the Beefeaters of the Saints, just depending on exactly where it's being spotted and everything else. I think it's going to be about the 54-yard line into the Saints here after they mark off the penalty. Or are they going to say it can't end on a penalty, but that's a defensive penalty?
Against the Saints.
Oh, right, yeah, because
technically-
we need to roll barring a penalty.
Yeah.
We'd be rolling into the fourth, but there is a penalty.
So there is a penalty. So are you going to get? You're going to get one more play here for the Beefeaters, I think.
White hat.
It's a 5-yard, no yards
Yeah.
call. So there's 52. So it's going to be at the 54-yard line approximately of the Beefeaters.
That's not. It looked like he was about to wave that for the end of the game. It is not the end of the game. It's the
It's
end
not
of
the
the
end
third.
of the quarter. You're going to get one more play. We got to flip sides here, kids.
So, yep, that's always a good start.
Everyone's going to flip ends for one play.
So it should be first down Beefs at the 53. Going the other way. I'm just an announcer.
So again,
How's everybody doing?
the long pause. So they are going to call it.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
There we go. Fourth quarter. First
Fourth
10
quarter.
Beefs. In the
So-
53, as our friend Mr. Woody illustriously demonstrated through the microphone here at the public address system. Coach Ron, time just stood still here at Citywide.
Yeah,
I wish-
the
yeah.
long pause was where everyone was waiting for something to happen.
Yeah.
And look, it's about the 54-yard line, which is where I kind of said it from about what seemed like about an eternity ago.
Yeah. When we start broadcasting the VR version of this broadcast, I think it'll make
We'll
more
clean
sense.
up some of the long pauses.
Here we go. Beefs back on offense. LJ Dyer in the backfield here, Coach. 3-by-2. Dennis having a look downfield, and he's got Horst.
Yep.
Oh, no. No, that's 84. That's Alex Stewart, but he might get picked.
No. I think he's got it. The Beefeaters had this. This is a reception from the Beefeaters, I thought. Yeah.
Yeah,
He falls down, but he's down. Pass is
Yeah.
pass is complete.
so it's
and
complete,
he's contact,
and then he pulls
but
it out.
contact is he's down on the
Yeah.
ground, so he's down by contact. This is going to be a first down for the
Yeah.
Beefeaters. The St. Clair fans, who are like literally right behind us, are not going to be happy with this call. But this is 100% the right call because he took the ball away when he's on his back on the ground, so he's down by
Yeah.
contact.
Yeah, because
first
his
down.
knee would have been down on
Yeah.
the backside. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Okay.
first down for the Beefeaters. As we see again, wholesale changes made by the Saints. Get up there, hurry up, run the play. They're not ready for this, guys. I'm telling you.
Through the field to the boundary. LJ Dyer in the backfield. We got Horst coming across the And we're going to hand this one off to Dyer, who does make his first man miss, but then gets shut down basically at the line of scrimmage. Probably no gain.
Dyer
Yeah,
on the carry.
57 made the stop, made the final hit against LJ Dyers here.
Half
Again,
a yard.
yeah, just kind of cleaning things up. And again, just half a yard, maybe a yard on the play.
Okay,
It's
a little
being
healthy.
tough sledding inside. When they got them inside, it's when the Sinclair likes to bring their pressure on the outside, almost doing that double edge rush. You know, they're big up front. They've got much more of their speed package, speed rushers in there right now. So they're trying to catch them inside, but the linebacker stayed really, really tight and well-positioned defensively that time. And they're going to bring pressure on this play.
Dennis,
Back to
having
pass.
a look. 84 is open, but he's going to keep this for himself.
Going for a run
And he's
down
going to
field.
get probably
First down. First down. George Dennis does a great job knowing where the sticks were, getting the first down, and getting out of bounds.
I thought he was going to have a little handshake with one of the fans on the sideline there, Coach.
Well, yeah, they're
Woo!
yeah. We
Yeah.
always tell the fans in here, you got to stay off the gray, stay
Yeah.
off the green,
Yeah.
get back. You know,
Which is
because-
better because once upon a time, I remember coming to Beefs games and there'd be people sitting on the field. I'm like, what are you doing? These are 200-pound plus gentlemen that are going to hit you.
Yeah.
It's bad enough when we're here for London Minor and these are 8-year-olds that are flying out of the outside. But
You know, and I've seen 12 and 14-year-olds who are 220 pounds.
Amen,
They're
yeah.
going to hit you too.
1st and 10 here, 2 to the boundary, 3 to the field. Motion across. We're going to hand this. We're going to jet motion to number 82,
Holding.
Jagger Horst. Holding, unfortunately.
100%. This is a hold against the Beefeaters. Point of attack. I believe it was number 58 that got the hold.
Flag on the play.
And I thought I saw a little bit of extracurricular over here between 65 and his man Clulo, but it wasn't. They were just dabbing each other up for having a good play. I was like, okay. For what's the first one I've seen all day. Yeah, here, right there.
Yeah.
They're yapping,
Oh,
but you see them afterwards, be like, yo, man,
Yeah.
good play. I thought
Okay.
I thought it was about to pop off again.
Back 'em up,
Yeah, so
Ken.
there's just a little bit of a mutual headbutt
Yeah, I
at
like
the
it,
end
yeah.
there. We're going to have a talk with that boy at the end of the game. So you can't do that. So it's 1st and 20 for the Beefeaters. Beefeaters pretty much, they got to punch it in on this drive here, Adam.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know,
I mean,
like
we
I don't mind them taking 4 or 5 minutes of clock time, but you've got to come away with a major.
Yeah.
You can't settle for a field goal. You have to come away with a major.
12 points is
Yeah.
we've got some ground to cover here, Coach. So, we've got our targets that we can try and hit. I mean, obviously, or do we just give it to
10's
Dyer?
uncovered
Yep,
here.
Dyer stays in. And okay, here we go. So 6, I think, was probably
Incomplete.
Keegan Cardona. I believe was
Second
the
and long.
intended receiver
Yeah,
here,
so
Coach.
there's a they're trying to get that double move looking. Okay, so
Mhm.
you can kind of see the steps. They're trying to get the DBs up, but they take too long. on
Yeah.
that. you can't pause like quite that long. It's got to be 2 steps, pat your hands, take a look down, and get going. You got to sell it with your eyes as much as your feet, but you can't come to a complete stop on a stop and go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Contrary of what people will tell you.
Cardona and a Horst again to the boundary. So can we make something happen with them? Nope, we're going to give
Hand
this to
off to
LJ
Dyers.
Dyer. LJ Dyer's going to
Going for a
punch through the
scamper.
line and finally get brought down by number 11. That's Kawani Parker.
Yeah,
Dyer on the
number
carry.
is that number is that?
Oh,
that's
number
what-
5
Down
lost his
by
helmet this time.
Parker.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Mo Ibrahim.
Third
different
down.
kid. Dyer goes for a run.
Oh, and he's down.
Yeah, they were both kind of slow getting up on that. So 11 made the tackle here.
But 5 gets involved right. Oh, okay. 5 might get back. He
Right
might have
here,
been blind
right
blocked
here.
by 62. Look, watch 62 who makes contact with him. And 5 goes down pretty hard. Yeah, right there.
Yeah. That's just not quite.
Yeah. That's trench. That's trench warfare happening. And
Yeah.
Mo
So
Ibrahim
third
up on
and
the
9, and Woj is out for a field goal attempt from the 35-yard line.
so he's 2 for 3 from the 30 to 39 yards. So 67% from there.
But 0 for 1 today.
True enough.
Okay,
And
the
he-
wind-
the
the wind
last
is-
one, it was 41 yards.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
wind is quite tricky today.
Yeah, it's dead right now, so hopefully he can nail this one.
I think
And
he's got it.
This is They're looking at each
There
other,
you go.
and
The
it's
first
good.
one of
Okay.
the day. Coach
Atta
Adam,
boy,
I get
Woj.
to say it. Kickers are people too. As we see our first successful field goal of the day, 26-17, 9-point game. So you're back in the single digits. You know, I'd rather possess it for another 2 minutes and got the touchdown, obviously.
Yeah.
But coming away with points on every drive is going to be critical for the Beefeaters. You can give Sinclair a first down or two here, but you can't allow them to go on too long of a drive, and you can't allow points any more than 3 points at this point. If you're the Beefeaters, you've got to get the ball back within by the 9-minute mark.
Yeah.
Is my projections.
100%. And if I'm the Saints right now, I'm just taking shots. And,
No, I want to run the ball. I want to play big boy football, and I want to take time off the clock.
Yeah. True enough. Yeah, because we're 11:49 right now. You could eat 5 to 6 minutes on a drive here.
Yeah.
And here we go. Dante McPhail hustling down. That's probably a first, if not just short, Coach, for
just,
2nd and 1.
I think it's going to be just short, yeah, but we're looking at about a 2nd and 1 here. Again, just straight ahead. I think this is what Sinclair, what you want to do is you, like I said, you want to play big boy football. You want to choose some clock. You've got a 9-point lead. Okay?
Well, and you've got Jarrell Pappin as well, that fullback who's just opening up holes for him right now. We've got number 7, it looks like now, who's on the deck. That's Burmaster. But, I mean, have we seen Pappin run the ball today? Right?
They faked it to him once. So, they faked it at one point for him. I don't think he's more of an extra lineman in the backfield. He's almost like a 6th lineman.
Right.
More than a ball carrier. If I'm the Beefeaters or if I'm St. Clair, there's a couple things I've kind of not run, but have come pretty darn close to running. And look for they did run actually 1 to number 84. Look for some type of misdirection screen, because the Beefeaters got to be selling out to stop that run. It's that short little misdirection, something slipping out on the backside. That could be a deal breaker for the Beefs or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe not on 2nd and 1 here. Maybe I just want to line up and get the first down. As this is exactly what the Saints are doing here. Straight ahead.
Yeah. With McPhail.
Yeah. No, I think it's number 4. Yeah, it's number 4.
Lewis.
Oh, Lewis. Yeah.
First down.
Heavier.
Yeah. So they're short yardage quarterback.
Hey, we're not tired of playing the Saints. We do it again next week. You want to make the road trip down to Windsor.
So again, next Saturday for the next Saturday in St. Clair. This game was so nice. Let's do it twice.
Absolutely. And I believe that broadcast next week will probably be on WeTV, Western or Windsor Digital.
Essex.
Yeah.
Windsor Essex.
Which is there, Rogers or Cogeco, or depending on where you're at in the province. So should be a good game as well too. Nothing like a couple of back-to-back bangers of a football game. Soja is gonna find
great coverage. Number 30. We said his name. Wondering where he is. Marcus Chico Hepburn. With the big defensive play to knock that away.
Enzi Ute looking for the PI call there that he did not get.
This is not PI. This is 100% great defense.
Well, and you can see we got a nice shadow right now of our camera guy. A big shout out to Lawson, up 30 feet in the air there and showing up on the.
Well, Lawson, I'd wave to you, but I'm ground level.
We're on the ground here right now,
and covered in the tent.
10:24, fourth quarter, 2nd and 10 for the Saints, and we've got a timeout. Saints.
So that's their 2nd and final timeout of the second half. So,
keep an eye out on
oh my, that's kind of important.
On YouTube,
okay.
Instagram, London Beefeaters football. But,
as announcers are just actually making a shout out to us, hey, you get to look for us on YouTube. Again, we are on YouTube, London Football TV. Adam does a great job of film breakdown and highlights, not just of the Beefeaters, of high school football in the city of London, London Junior Mustangs, who are both a member of the organization. Adam still coaches. gladly stepped away from coaching last year.
What an excellent choice that was, Coach.
Oh, somebody came up to me this year and said to me legitimately, was like, well, like, do you miss it? And I looked at them without skipping a beat and said, no.
No, it's
Just flat out, no, one
yeah.
word, no.
You're always amazed at people who have all this free time. So Soja with Pappen, and we got a man in motion. He's having a look downfield up to the field, and we've got nobody
Incomplete,
there.
yeah.
Incomplete.
Great coverage by number 24 for the Beefeaters, who was in trail, but just really, they're trying to, they've taken shots to the wide side of the field. They've had success taking shots to the boundary, not necessarily to the wide side. The wind, even if it doesn't feel like it's blowing around here, there's a wind here. There's always a wind here.
Absolutely, yeah. As we usually lovingly call the howls of Dorchester, because the Commissioner's Road here runs you all the way down to, and most times if in the north end of London, it's -5, it's -15 when you get down here because of that wind. And try and get 7-year-old kids to play football. Here's the punt. Preston's going to get rid of this one.
Short punt, hits the ground. Pick it up. It's got no yards.
Let's go.
5 yard, no yards.
Okay, so number six,
Number 6
that's our
with
guy
the recovery.
Cardona.
Yeah. 5 yard, no yard calls. It's going to go up 5 yards. The Beefeaters are going to get the ball about the 45, 46 yard line. And Coach Adam, remember I was doing the arithmetic, 10 minutes left to go. So you're getting possession within the 9-minute mark again. You've got to get, you can even afford to kick another field goal at this point. But that's the last bullet that you can shoot without getting a touchdown on the next one.
No kidding.
But again, you're talking about you need this possession plus one more. You've got to get a touchdown. You've got to get another major at some point.
Yeah. Now, Beefs do have their 2 timeouts, which is kind of nice. But let's see what Dennis can make in this series here. 1st and 10, Beefs.
Flag on the
right
play.
away.
Flag on the play.
I didn't see.
I didn't.
The blue dead right
offside
away.
on the slot receiver.
Okay.
Against the Beefeaters.
I think both receivers over here.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Number 4.
Cardona.
Yeah, Cardona. Number 6. Keegan Cardona.
Come on,
Hey,
Cardona.
hey,
We're just singing your praises.
When you do something right, we like to say your name. When
Yeah.
you don't do it right, we'll say your name
Exactly, yeah. Welcome to the Adam and Ron show where we
Yeah.
call a spade a spade.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know, I tell kids all the time, they come up, hey, coach, you got to say something nice about me in the stream.
Do something
Oh,
good then.
and I tell them all the time, make a play, I'll say your name.
Exactly.
Make it a good play, I'll say
Yeah.
your name.
Be on the
Make
right
it a bad play, I'll say your name.
Be on the right side of the highlight if you would. Dennis barking out orders here. Looking to draw them offside. Defense gets back. We're all good. And game on.
Oh, this
That's
should have been
roll up to the right.
This should have been procedure against the Beefs.
Gets rid of it. All right, and does hit his man basically
Incomplete.
for. Was he out of bounds?
No, he doesn't hold on to it. As we see it rolling down
Oh, right.
at our
I
feet
thought
here.
I thought he came out when he tackled. We're really close to this, by the way, folks.
Yeah, just in case
Oh, I thought it popped out
in
there.
case you're wondering, we're at the other 50.
Yeah.
So just so you guys know, we're like
And the wonderful thing about here is we got stats people and just random people walking up and down the sidelines, camera people in front of us, and that's all good,
we are ground level, but we don't mind doing a ground level broadcast.
Exactly. We don't like sending Ronnie up in the in the 30-foot skyjack.
No,
That's
we
not
don't.
his thing. Here we go. We got a completion to number 5. That's Luca Rosello.
Okay.
But that's going to be for a loss.
Okay, but this is number 8 here. He sees this right there, right away, takes off, shoots the gap, and boy, if 62 can get his head around and actually see him coming, because he sees it.
62 is confused.
Yeah, he's got to make that play.
Yeah.
If he makes that block, you've got something going on. So remember we talked about 9 minutes, and, well, we're at the 9-minute mark, and unfortunately the Beefeaters are going to kick this one away here.
Not the series that we needed here, Coach, at all.
No. Kick is away. Good kick with the wind at his back, driving them back to about the 30-yard line. Number 14 on the recovery, or on the reception for the
Rutherford.
For the Saints.
Rutherford on the return.
To about the 35-yard line.
First down, Saints at the 34.
So
Well-
we're going to see the highlight. This is probably his best kick of the day.
This buries it right on their bench.
All the way down to about the 25-yard line. Jared Foreman, 39, with the tackle there. The long snapper extraordinaire for the Beefeaters. The other first-year player by Coach Schneider.
Absolutely. Lucas product when he played in high school here in town. Speaking of Lucas products, we'll have Mr. Camden Melrose coming on the broadcast here shortly.
Wondrous.
Soja's going to find his, nope, incomplete on the far side here, Coach.
So,
Just pass, full
but
complete.
remember I
Second
said
down.
put this in your memory bank, some type of screen or something?
Yeah.
There it was. So there's your step-off screen that you're trying to get. Something, you misdirection, because both teams are selling out to stop the run.
Yeah.
And, that's exactly what's happening at this point. You're going to have to complete something to get the to squeeze the momentum out of this game one way or another. If you're St. Clair, you've got to go on a drive, take up about 3.5, 4 minutes here, and then you can pretty much, and if you can come away with points, that's turn out the lights time.
Soja having a look across the field. He's got number 7 wide open in that little step-off screen the other way, Coach. And we've got number 25 coming in on the tackle.
Burmaster
Dylan
on
Roberts, and that was
Taking it down,
Burmaster on the
Dylan
reception.
Roberts.
Yeah, he's
Moved to James.
had himself a whale of a game too. Good, solid receiver, physical at the point of attack. These as you can really hear the wind picking up, coming through our headsets here. These St. Clair receivers are physical. All of them are very big. They're all very physical. They're all very fast, and they're outpointing and out physicaling the Beefs outside, who are quick corners, but not the biggest.
Soja's going to keep this one, but he's
90
brought
with the
down right
tackle.
away.
Soja.
Zach Dahlberg.
Down in the backfield by
Finally.
Zach Dahlberg.
He had himself a whale of a game 2 weeks ago, and last week,
Lost
I think it's the
4.
first time I've called the big man's name all day.
Yeah,
Second and long.
Burmaster is down here at about center field. So we'll get an injury.
I think it's a cramp because we've had him a couple times, maybe cramping up a little bit. That was a huge stop by Dahlberg there to force a second down. 7:24 left to go in the ball game. 26-17 for the St. Clair Saints. Again, the repeat broadcast will be next Saturday in Windsor at St. Clair College. Homecoming for the St. Clair Saints as they welcome the students back. And if you've never been to a St. Clair Saints game, when college is in session there, they bring out a student section that rivals American universities.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a great facility, and they come out in droves to support their Saints.
Oh, heck yeah. I mean, and maybe one day the Fanshawe College will take a page out of that book and put a nice facility down there, because I mean this is great down here, but can you imagine that there's how many thousands of students at Fanshawe that come to that game as well?
I think there's 12,000 students registered for Fanshawe.
Yeah.
Now that might be at all the Fanshawe campuses between Woodstock, Sarnia, and St. Thomas.
True enough. Here we go. 3 to the field. We've got a single man down to the boundary now, Coach. Soja's still barking out and orders at the background. Papping in for the block.
Draw.
Going to give this one right up the middle.
Yeah, nowhere to go that time for McPhail. As they were at, they knew, or that's number 18. New ball carrier, number
Yeah,
18.
Nathaniel Tzazik. Sorry. Jakuik. I'm probably still saying it wrong.
Nate.
Yeah, Nathaniel. Good
Nate.
run. Running back, 6'1", 185. Killing
Yeah,
it.
just they're trying to get something. The difference for the Saints in this game is their downfield, that really quick snap on that. Trying to maybe catch the Beefeaters napping on it.
Here we go. Cardona on the return.
First man missed. Can't make the second
Is
man
finally
miss.
brought down by 55. That's Keyshawn Cuff.
Keisha,
There's
Cuffer.
another
There you
name
go.
we
Another-
haven't said today,
another
right?
Saunders, London Saunders graduate. Yeah, again, he. I used to love Key with the when he played for the Junior Mustangs. I call him a defensive end, and
phenomenal work.
always would yell at me. It's like, I'm a linebacker. I'm a linebacker. It's like, you're exactly what I tell people you are, what you are in a broadcast. So if I say you're a DN, I said your name. Be quiet.
Yeah.
Like Key, love the kid. Great to see him back playing football again. That's another kid who's missed a couple years and is back playing again. So hard to do. These guys, you don't understand. Like, football is a game of repetitions, and the more reps you get, the better you are. But if you don't play, you lose a step.
Dennis, draw. He's going to keep this one. Maybe turf monster. And it's finally brought down here around the 39-yard coach.
Yeah.
For a gain of 3 to 4 yards.
Okay, but
maybe.
this wasn't a draw. This is him feeling pressure and scramble drill, and then 35-yard line decided to went up and swipe out his ankles. Get to about the 39 to the 40. I think it's about the 30.
Yeah, 2nd and 6.
Yeah, 2nd and 6 here. Ball's at the 39-yard line of the Beefeaters. 5:48 left to go in the ball game here. 26-17. Beefeaters need to get some type of score quickly because you've got to hold and get another possession. You got to get a score here.
Photographer's making friends right now in front of us. Here we go. Passes away and is almost picked.
Number
20. That's Fola at Denis.
Broke up by
Coach Snyder bringing out the
third down.
punt team here. You're running out of time. You're running out of possessions. You're running out of opportunities here. If you're the Beefeaters, if you're the Saints, you don't have to score any more points.
No.
You got to just stop them from scoring.
You need
a
to
lot
keep
more.
doing what you're doing
Yeah.
right now. I think the Saints were able to finally get themselves calmed down. And once they did is when they took control of this game again.
Yeah, they really, from about 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter, that's when they really took this game back. As we just said it.
Wisnowski's just going to go for it.
Woj is going for it.
Not
He's
enough.
not going to get there. He's going to gain of about 4 yards.
Short.
52 again. He has played himself a whale of a football game.
Carl Faber,
Yeah. He's just a great heads-up football play.
Yeah, 100%. It's a little early, but it's 5:24 left. Defensive MVP of the game. Now a ref is down, but not to take away from that. Carl Faber is my dude. So I think, that guy ate it, unfortunately.
44 here? Yeah. That is why, kids, we tell people not to stand at the grass at Citywide. It is really, really close to the field. And again,
even our refs who are pretty spry every once in a while get caught up in the mix.
So again, at St. Clair next week, home to the Quinte Skyhawks here on our next home broadcast. Saturday, September the 9th, another 5 p.m. start here at Citywide Field.
Next home game will be September 9th. That's the
and then a week off in between. The Beefeaters, I believe, go to Hamilton.
Yep.
For the rematch with the Hurricanes, and then end the season at home. Or the last home game
23rd
is the 23rd against the GTA Grizzlies.
Correct.
And then do they have their last week of the season? Are they at GTA or are they at Quinte?
I just have in my calendar the last home game, but I believe because they haven't played GTA already, right? Or was it their first game?
No. They played Ottawa the first game, and
right.
I know Ottawa does not come here, so that's kind of their one.
Beefs Quinte is the 9th. Beefs Grizzlies is the 23rd. So maybe it's a back-to-back Grizzlies.
Maybe.
Right. The 9th is Quinte, and then Grizzlies on here. So. Either way, we got a lot of great Beefs football to play left this season for sure. So 5:19 here in the fourth. It is 1st and 10 for Sinclair.
Ball's at approximately the 47-yard line here. Handoff to 36 is the ball carrier. Straight ahead.
That's Gage Biasco, who
another
we haven't called that guy's name.
Fifth running back for the for the
Brought down by
Saints.
Emmett
Yeah,
Howard.
Gage Blasco, 5'10",
First down
190.
Saints at the 31.
Just trying to get a number name for
Number 20,
yeah,
Foley,
yeah,
at an E, at an I.
yeah. He's been on the trainer's table all game for
Yeah.
the Saints.
Well, he made a play earlier.
Yeah, and that's why
Yeah.
I saw him there earlier, and I'm still there at this point of the game. I hope it's nothing serious.
So here we go. Blasco
36.
again. Nice run.
Get change of pace guy,
Blasco on the draw.
fresh legs.
Brought
You
down
know,
by Stewart.
the Saints, Windsor teams love to run that.
Oh, yeah.
That draw play.
Yeah.
Drove me nuts for years because you're screaming at it. You know what's coming as a coaching staff, and it's like nothing you can do.
Yeah.
That's just a straight power play off the left hand side. You're getting to the point now where a field goal ends this for the Saints, and it's starting to feel like I'm not even sure they need to kick the field goal for this game to kind of be over, but you know they're going for a touchdown.
So Blasco again. Hey, if it ain't broke, coach.
Blasco on the carry again.
Blasco hanging on the sidelines all game, just itching to get in. It's all right, Blasco, you're going to go run this thing all the way to the house.
Kind of like the Ricky Romano, the Blue Jays closer. You're just itching to get into the game.
Second and 6.
Let's close it out here. Let's get the 3 out. Let's get the 3 first downs here and pretty much put a nail in this coffin. This has been, I'll be honest with you, this is score-wise, this is going to kind of be what I thought it was going to be, but this game has felt a lot closer at times and felt a lot further away at
Well,
times.
I mean,
as well.
yeah, you had 17 unanswered, then you had 14
Yeah, 14
unanswered, right? And then,
unanswered,
yeah,
and then now again, another 9 points.
yeah. Here it is.
Wide open.
Wide open in the
Touchdown.
end zone. Touchdown. That's number
Number
4.
Yeah.
Javier Lewis. TD.
Javier Lewis on the touchdown.
Touchdown for
Forward
Lewis, number 4. Does a great, just a post pattern, and again, just you're done. You're running that double post inside. So these concepts, a lot of these are so tough. Hepburn's looking at number 7, who's been his guy all day, lets him go, and unfortunately, the safety doesn't come over, or the corner doesn't come over. Someone doesn't get over in time to pick him up, and that's that.
Yeah. So Preston Knight for the chip shot. Make that 7
Next
points,
pick is
coach.
good.
So
33-17.
33-17, 3 minutes left to go in the ball game. Hate to say it, but that might be the final nail in the coffin. 3 minutes is forever in the
2 timeouts
in
as
the
well.
Canadian game. So it's they do have both their timeouts, but other than that, 8-minute burst that the Beefeaters had in the third quarter,
2:58 the
this
fourth,
game has really been all
17.
Saints.
Absolutely.
So great football action here. And again, thank you for joining us on Beefeater TV, London Football TV. Producer Adam joining me on the headset today. The young lads, we're going to call them the plastic cup boys because they can only drink out of plastic cups.
Exactly. We're going to bring Cam Melrose here on the broadcast to help you wrap it up, Coach.
So
Actually,
we're going to bring Wonder Bread onto the broadcast now. So all embarrassed. The kid stepped up last week and did a great job.
Exactly.
I was really, really proud of him. For those of you who don't know, Cam is a longtime player and detractor of Coach Ron on the broadcast and in coaching. Used to drive me nuts, but great kid and one of my favorite receivers who's got himself a great future. Cam, you're a returner on that. What do they do right?
Well, you look for open grass. and
Okay,
got it.
but okay. Have me coaching in your ear now.
First
Okay.
down
Cam,
at the
I want you to catch the ball and do
37-yard
what?
line.
Go right upfield,
Go right upfield. Watch this replay. What does he do?
straight upfield.
Straight upfield. Does he go side to side?
Nope.
Does he score
Nope.
going from the sideline to sideline?
No.
He scores going which way?
North.
South. North-south,
Yeah,
right?
north-south.
Exactly. See, I haven't coached in 2 years, Cam, and you're still learning.
Still learning.
Still learning. Okay? 3-minute warning here at Citywide Field as the wind has started to pick up. What a surprise here at the wind tunnel, we love to call it. 3 receivers to the field, 2 to the boundary, 1 running back. Dennis back. That's Pinto in at quarterback
Oh.
now. And
Oh.
is sacked by number 22 for the Saints. Great
Pinto on the
pressure by
carry.
number 22 for the Saints. Who is that?
Now the
22
contact.
would be Samuel McPherson.
McPherson. So again, you're going to be the eyes for the old man
Close to
because the
5.
glasses are down there.
All right.
Okay, so
Second
when
and
I'm
long.
pointing at the sheet, give me the number. Give me
Gotcha.
the number. So throwing down, Pinto throwing down for a loss of about 3. Good pressure. Who do we got on the producer now? Which one of you is producing?
We got Thompson Silcox.
Oh, Tommy Silcox producing this broadcast for London Football TV. These are all gentlemen who have played football for us at 1 or 2 occasions during the year. They all like to wear those stupid sunglasses across their face, think that they're skiers and everything in the summer. They're not. 4 receivers to the field, 1 to the boundary. Pinto. No, George is backing at quarterback, rolling out to his left here, trying to throw a screen.
Oh,
Great
good
coverage. Intended for number 20, intended for number 5, which is Luca Rossello. Falls incomplete. Third down. Wonder Bread.
That was a great bad down.
Yeah.
Good play.
Good coverage downfield. Do you go for it? Do you punt the ball? Do you kind of fight to live to fight another day at this point?
I'd go for it. Just get some points on the board. You may as well.
Looks like the punt team is out, just for the record.
Look at this guy. Little kid dancing.
Who? 22?
No, there's see that kid who's dancing.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Right on cue. Great production work here, boys.
See Woj.
Woj back to punt.
Lucas Viking alum.
Yeah. Kick is away. Fielded about the 45-yard line. Straight up field is number 80 on the return. Gets the ball to about the 52-yard. Gets the ball to the 52-yard line for the Saints. Roberts in on the carry, on the tackle for the Beefeaters. Cam, what have you seen in this game that you've liked? Let's put your hat. These two teams are going to play each other again next week.
Yeah.
Okay? Put your coaching hat, put your player hat on. If you're a Beefeater player, what have you done that you've liked? What have you done that you think you need to correct?
I like how physical this game has been. Hard hitting. Neither team has really given up. Both of them driving. Beefs came out of the second half, but just actually absolutely balling out. Scored twice, I believe, in like 5 minutes. They need to try and harness that momentum next game.
Big man rumbling. Finally give it to the big fullback in there for the St. Clair Saints. Pappin, big number 32. Like I said, he's more of an extra lineman. His first carry of the day. Okay, Cam, you're a player in Windsor now.
Okay.
What did you do? What do you need to improve on for next week's game?
I think you got to do the exact same thing. Stay physical, except maybe start the second half. Keep that mentality and physicality up because it didn't look too good. How do you think they should play?
Well, I think the one thing that you got to do, if you're St. Clair especially, is you have to you're going to win this game, but I think you out-penalty the Beefeaters in this game.
Yeah.
As we see the handoff straight ahead by number 36, gets the ball to the 50-yard line. The composure thing for me is huge. I thought the Beefeaters held their composure a little bit better during this game. I think the Saints, if they clean that up, not even sure the Beefeaters have 17 points on the board in this game. So something to think about. If you're the Beefeaters, you've got a lot of positives, but you've got things on film, okay?
Yeah.
So you're not invincible. You need to work. Oh, sure, why not? You've got 1 minute left.
Yeah.
If you don't get it, you're killing clock.
Yeah.
Again, it's not points you need at this point. You need time off the clock. You get a first down. You're in your kneel down zone.
Oh, flag.
Flags down as we're gonna have offside. I think the Beefeaters are gonna be lining up offside. I think it was number 18 lined up offside for the Beefeaters. No, it was an inside hat, but he was definitely offside. It's gonna be a 5-yard penalty, and it's gonna be an automatic first down. Lots of things to put down on film to improve on if you're the Beefeaters. So I think you need to go back to work on your coverage.
Yeah.
I think you need to go back on to work. Hey, let's be realistic. You've got probably 12 points for the Saints in this game. Could have gone the other way in plays a play or two earlier for the Beefeaters. The interception that was caught and brought down to the 3-yard line, so to speak. You've got that one.
Yeah.
The safety because you bobble a snap. You clean up a few of these things, and
Be a
this
lot
is
closer.
it's a one-score game. Hand off to number 36 off the left-hand side. A gain of about 3 or 4 here as we see 44 seconds left to go in the ball game, 2nd and 6. Again, if you're St. Clair, I like my physicality in this game. I thought, I out-physicaled the Beefs. I think I have done a lot of things well, but again, a lot of things to clean up as well. So
I think St. Clair's got the talent. They just need to maybe put others before them and not talk some smack after the play.
So that's what I mean about composure.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to maintain composure. This number 2 is an athlete playing quarterback.
Yeah. Good arm, good feet.
Good feet.
Good speed.
Good vision.
Yeah.
We hear whistles everywhere.
It's really quiet. Oh, they're still going. Oh.
No. As we see a scramble. So it's time count violation. So that's what the whistle was.
Yeah.
So too much time on the Saints here.
I think he started kicking him after the play.
Well, and again, so this is the thing that you want to do, that you've got to maintain composure on. Okay? If you're the Saints, you're doing what you continue to do. You've kind of dominated the last 3 years. You've kind of dominated the Beefeaters in the regular season. And the playoffs has been a different story. Each team winning and going to the Canadian Championships a few weeks later. So the script holds the same. Windsor comes into London at the junior level and wins I believe it's their 7th straight game against the Beefeaters in regular season play. It's definitely the 5th.
Yeah.
I think it's the 7th. I'm not 100% sure of that 3rd year of exactly. I know it was 2 years plus this one for sure. I think it was the year before that as well, which was the Beefeaters team coached by Coach Gavin Lake. Yeah. Coach Snyder did not beat the Saints last year. That was the only team that was able to beat him.
So Beefs are looking to end that streak next week.
So the Beefeaters looking to end the regular season winning streak for the Saints. The Saints have not lost a regular season game in about 2 years.
Yep.
It's been a pretty good run for St. Clair. And again, next Saturday night, on the Labor Day weekend, Saturday in St. Clair College, the Saints and the Beefeaters will repeat action, 7 p.m. Fans, if you've never been to St. Clair for a game, it is a great environment. If you've never been to London for a game, citywide is a great environment to watch a football game. We're so happy to have all these fans. We got about 1,200 people here in this ballpark today. It is literally, it's packed, and it's not only packed, but it's the stands are packed. The stands behind us are packed.
Fans are
watching it. You are 4 or 5 deep standing on the standing here, as this will probably be the last or the second last play of the game. Fumbled on the play, just takes a knee.
Whoa.
Okay, but again, you don't want to do anything stupid. I think it was one of those, like, I didn't really mean to, I did it. And again, first down for the Beefeaters, as we're going to have about 15 seconds left to go. 33-17 looks to be the final for the St. Clair Saints, unless the Beefeaters can get another one here with 15 seconds left to go. Cam, what are you calling at this point in the game if you're the offense?
I think you got to throw it deep. Just try and go for a touchdown.
You want to take a shot, or
just take a shot? Why not?
Or do you want to just get out of dodge here?
No, I think you go for it. Throw an interception. Who cares? You're gonna lose the game anyway. Let's try and make something happen. Looks like
new running back in. So this is a different formation. So they're working on something here. Inside handoff. Number 5, the ball carrier, just takes it over the right-hand side. Gain of about, Rosiello is the ball carrier. Gain of about 7 or 8 on the play. 2nd and 2, 8 seconds left to go in the ball game here. St. Clair will end up winning this ball game 33-17. And again, the repeat performance here next week in St. Clair. Our next broadcast for the London Beefeaters,
September 9th.
September 9th against the Quinte Skyhawks, the vastly improved Quinte Skyhawks, as this will be the last play of the ball game as we hear the final whistle. Or
Looks
the,
like they're taking a knee.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to take a knee, and that is the ball game. And after battling each other for 60 minutes on the clock, we're going to see the greatest lineup in sports happen. We see security coming out here to keep the fans off the field. We don't want anyone getting hurt or anything like that.
Thank you very much for your support. We appreciate it.
Producer Melrose, final thoughts on this game.
I think it was a really physical game, well coached, good talent, a lot of big plays, a lot of bad plays. They got that huge pass that went up in the air. They somehow caught it. Big, like 40-yard game. I think a lot can change next week. I think it'll be a lot closer game next week. I think physicality will stay the same. And I'm excited for next week.
So, as we see the greatest line in sports happening, the greatest handshake line after battling each other, the Battle of Ontario continue to go to the Saints Nation as St. Clair does come into citywide and beat the Beefeaters 33-17. These two will repeat action again next week. For Camden Melrose, Adam Melrose, all the Melroses, the producers, the Beefeaters, thank you for joining us here. My name is Ron Forwerda. Good night from Citywide.